Yeah. Hey.
All right. You guys are tuned in to episode, I already forgot, 71 of the Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Sade.
And Kid Pro.
What the hell? I can't.
Sorry. What's good, fuckers?
Oh, man. I'm a little shot today.
Yo, we both are.
I'm a little shot today.
And for everybody watching the YouTube shit, yes, I'm wearing sunglasses at night. We get into it.
See, I was really I honestly was gonna have the sound effects and everything going, but I didn't. You should be proud.
I appreciate that.
Because I was so ready to like go in.
Go at me.
Yeah, but I was kind of mad that like V got to it before I did. I was like,
well, yeah, she saw it. She saw it right away. She was like,
I mean, it's kind of clear.
There you go.
I like when I thought about it, I'm like, I hope nobody says this to him yet. And then you text me that shit. I was like, God damn
my
it.
eye, for anybody that doesn't know, my eye is super swollen. I got like a infection.
You got rocked.
You could say that I got rocked. Sure, we'll go with that. My kids hit me. I ran into a doorknob. Wifey heard the album and did not like it. I got a fucking infection by my eye, and it caused the rest of my eye to get like super, super swollen. Like this morning it was bad. I had to go to the doctor's office. They gave me some meds and a steroid, which like brought this shit down immensely, which I'm very, very happy about. Shout out to the doc coming through. And looks a lot better now than it did before. Ugh. And I got shit to do tomorrow, like video-wise, and they're going to have to let me just come in with these, like this.
Is this going to be, like, outside, or?
No, this is inside at a studio. Like, out of all the locations that they were going to try.
Well, you're not the first one to be in a studio.
With sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Now, granted, people are going to see this video and not have any context.
Oh, like, no, you're going to be, like, a scumbag.
Yeah, I'm looking like a douche. Everything that I hate being, everything that I hate being, like, or being seen as when I'm rapping. Yeah. Is going to happen like this. And I'm going to tell the guys there and the videographer what happened.
Throw it into your freestyle?
No, because it's already written and recorded, so I can't. Yeah,
that's right.
It's the one I played you. Yeah, so
Damn.
This has been weeks in the making. So, which sucks because some of the punchlines were fresh. Like, I was on some, like, early 2000s mixtape rapper shit. Like, something would happen in sports or in social media. I'm sorry, in real life. And before Twitter and all this, the rappers would have a punchline for it the next week. I did the exact same thing. I got punchlines again. It was like Nate Robinson punchline, a Gucci Mane punchline.
It was last month, right? Yeah.
Last month. So like they're not hitting as well as they would.
No.
But it is what it is.
That's the shit with punchlines. Like if you're gonna do something of the time, it has to be like on it.
Because I was under the impression that it would happen that week.
I haven't heard that since like you sent it to me.
Yeah, and I'm like, this shit's dope, great flow and lyrics and everything, but the punchlines are like, oh yeah, that did happen. A couple months ago. Yeah.
No, you're late.
It's not as fresh. Yeah, it's not as fresh anymore. Yeah.
No. It'll be fine though.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I'm happy about it. But they're gonna have to accept me like this. I'm gonna tell them like if you guys have a problem with it, I'll just bounce.
Are you gonna tell them on the way?
I'll probably tell them beforehand. I'm gonna see how this shit looks in the morning, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because that's really what I'm banking off of.
I don't think it's going to be that clear.
It's gotten so much better, though, from this morning.
Honestly, could be, because steroids are life. Do not inject children.
No, do not inject. And they told me they only gave me 5 pills, and I got to take them once a day. But I was really wanting to take the second one tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted just to get this shit over with. Because last night, the shit was swollen on my bottom eye, and then when I woke up, my top eye was swollen.
That shit looked like... What did I... No, because in the first picture you sent me... You're looking off to the side, so I just saw the whites of your eye. And that's where I got you look like Mike Tyson, but like if he was a child of the corn, like you look like the Children of the Corn type shit. Yeah. That shit looks a little scary. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't mean for it to look like that.
No, you're fine. No, but like I showed Juan was like, oh my God, and his eye too? I'm like, no. I was like, no, here's another one. And I swiped.
Yeah, sorry, Juan.
No, that shit was funny though, because I was just like, the fuck?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, but it's a lot better now.
That's good though.
Yeah,
it'll clear up.
There's been, just more shit to add to this crazy week. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, KidNova dropped.
Yeah,
Monday.
KidNova dropped.
Hey, with my executive producer here.
Yeah.
My bestie. hell of a fucking job that she did. Everything from the playing, the conceptualizing, to video treatments, to helping to get advertising out.
Stop it.
This girl has been everything for me. And the smartest thing I did when I started this project was to ask her for help.
Aww.
That was the smartest thing I did, because I realized, like, after a while, I was burnt out. A lot of me was burnt out after kick and snare and just trying to figure out the next move. And it wasn't until, like, I took the meeting with Yos, and then I knew there was one thing missing at that meeting. I was like, I need somebody to help put this vision together. And I just, speaking to you, you knew about this. And then once I asked you for help, you were ready to go, and we made it work. And it ended up being like 10 times more than I would have imagined. I would not have reached out to Dusty. I would not have had these videos ideas. I would not have kept these skits in there. Like, that was all you. Like, you're the one that gave me the motivation to be like, you know what, this can work. And then everything that came together, stuff that fell apart.
Are you about to cry?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I had a little phlegm.
Oh. No, you're good. Go ahead.
That's a clip already. That's a clip.
I was like, how are you complimenting me? And I don't know how you cry. Oh, sorry. Continue. It's okay.
Let me tell my speech.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me.
Damn. Oh, shit. I just... Okay, I'll continue to take my flowers.
All right, yeah.
Let me stop.
No, I mean, for real, this project isn't half as what it was if you're not involved in it.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, I ran to you with ideas. I ran them by you. You gave me your honest opinion. You know, anytime you gave me the brutal truth, it was never with any malintent. So I respected the hell out of you for that. It was great to work with you. Work alongside of you throughout this whole fucking process. I mean, you gave me my space. You told me what you felt every beat would be.
Yeah.
You waited for me to get my lyrics down, and that's it. Like, it worked. It worked. And anytime you had your ideas, like, I waited for you to get them through. You told me them. I gave you my opinion. It was a perfect partnership.
Yeah. When you had told me, remember what I was like, oh yeah, no problem. But what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And I think that's when I mentioned, like, you're the executive producer.
Yeah. Like, I was like, I don't know what that entails. I mean.
No, you did everything that they should do.
As far as label wise, I think they do more of connecting with, like, the label and all the extra shit. But when it comes to because I was like a mix of, like, the A&R, I guess.
Yeah,
I felt like I was doing everything.
Yeah.
Like, I was jumping around, like, different roles and shit like that anyway. So when people ask me, I'm like, executive producer, no idea what that entails, but. Like, when we were Yos's, and I was like, you had said something like, oh, that's why the EP. I'm like, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I think I'm doing it.
But everything is like, you kept the journal of the ideas. You kept the journal of the titles. Like, that was stuff that I could have done on my phone, but just at the time, my mind was somewhere else, and you were handling it. And you were sitting down, and you were writing it on paper. So I was like, all right, this is even more official. Like, when I noticed that at Yos's house, I'm like, all right, we have something here. She's down for the cause. Like, yeah, she stands. Yeah, that's it. Like, there was never going to be any change about that. I'm like, no, this is the team right here. I don't need anybody else. Yeah. Like, we good. We got this.
Yeah, I just didn't. That's just how I, like, work.
Yeah.
Like, I have to getting down. Like, I have a lot of notes on my phone, but something about, I guess, writer, pen and paper type thing. My pen and my pad.
And I kind of felt like if you were invested in this project enough that you would, like, immerse yourself into it and you wouldn't let me fail. Which is what I really appreciated. Yeah. And I remember at Trill's release party, like, I think that night, especially, like, I was just like, all right, how am I going to do this? Deadline's approaching. And then you somehow just talked over and were like, all right, we'll give it another month. And then that was my saving grace.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was going to do to complete a whole album a month prior. And I was like, all right, now I have a real deadline. I got to get moving. I got to get working. And luckily, everything happened. It was stressful as fuck. Yeah,
because I don't remember. I think, no, the November date was, what was that for? Oh, because Yos was dropping, he knew he was dropping December. So I think that's why it was November.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, fuck it, just make it January.
Make it January. And I didn't mind that. And I was like, you know what, it'll be right around the time of Kick and Snare. Like, we can drop it the same day, even cooler, which I did, January 11th.
And the whole thing with 11/11, yeah.
Yeah, it all worked out. So it was fucking great.
I'm super proud of you, though.
Thank you.
Super proud. Because everything that I had hoped for, that's why I wanted to give you your space, because you're an actual writer. So I knew I didn't have to help you out on that part. But as far as, like, concepts, like, things like that. But I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know if at what point I'm like, do I step in? Am I overstepping my boundaries? So I was really just crossing my fingers for a lot of the shit that happened. So we're good.
Oh no, I was gonna be ready to tell you if you ever did, but I was like, you gave me the right amount of push.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. Like you were still there. You were checking up on me, but at the same time, you weren't overbearing.
No, I figured I'd throw down that card that like I put my foot down.
Yeah.
At the right moment.
Oh,
I mean, I did at the right.
It.
No, I did it at the right moment, but I was waiting. I'm like, this is not really like. There are a couple things on the project that I would want to redo and fix, but it's such like minor shit that is probably what Manny caught on to.
I'm there too. Yours is as well. But that's I think with every album.
Yeah, there's just it's minor things. So I've learned to like let go of it. Like sometimes I'll like when I'm listening to it, because that's all I've been. I had to take a break today. That's why I got to the Jasmine Sullivan and the Griselda shit too. Nah. But I got to like half of it, and then I was just tired. I had to come back home. I was like, I'm only doing half a mile. That's it. But anyway, so I was like, all right, I'm cutting this short. Shit, what was I saying? But I was okay. But back to what I was saying before. I was just so proud that like you were able to get that emotion out for side B.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm like, when I came up with nobility and humility, I was trying to think. I'm like, I need a word. That's why I was just so quiet and so focused. It's like I need a word that'll kind of trigger him to get like emotional, like not emotional, but like to dig in deep for this. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not going to call it introspective. It's fucking... Yeah. So I'm like trying to... So I wrote down like 10 words for the superhero shit. But I'm just like, fuck, I don't know. I'm not going to name it human. Yeah. And then humble, humility. I was like, all right, maybe like that. Nobility, humility. It makes sense. I like it. And yeah, side B is that shit. Like, that's me at like... So many right people now. Rock with it. Yeah. Yo, shout out to... damn, I don't have his drop ready. Damn it. But yeah, shout out to Ace Felly because he really fucked with Side B. Yeah, he told me that. I appreciate it a lot. A lot of every song like he had a connection to. I mean, aside from that's the one thing. The song I made for my kids from Dad. A lot of the people that I interact with in the music shit don't have kids. So a lot of the stuff that I got was like, yo, it's a powerful track. And they was like, yo, I don't even have kids, but you made me like feel for that. Yeah. Like my kid cried, wifey cried. My brother hit me up last night because he got to hear it the night before at like 1 a.m, and he said as soon as my kid's voice came on from Dad, everything stopped, like literally stopped, because there was a time when he was around the same age that I brought him to the studio with Obi, and I had him record something. He's like, yo, everything stopped, and I just remembered back to that moment, and I instantly started crying. So disrespectful. Come on, bro, I'm telling a good story right here, and you in the way. It's just like, look at that. Anyway. But yeah, he got really. Listen. Okay, I'm listening. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's rude. All right. Anyways, stop. That he heard the song, immediately started crying. That's wild. Like, I mean, and it was because it hit hard. You know what I mean? Because he knew where I was coming from. He knows what it is, and it just hearing my kid's voice reminded him of himself years ago when he came and voice almost sounded the same. I was like, man, you guys must have been around the same age. What's the age difference? Well, no, between you two. Between me and him, 6 years. Yeah, so I could see myself. Nah, he was probably a little older because I didn't start going to OB till I was around like 17, 18. Yeah. So yeah, so he would have been like 12, 13. Yeah. But yeah, same thing. Me and your brother the same age. Yeah. Yeah. So he liked it. He rocked with it. He's not a hip hop guy by any means, but you know, so he takes it. I've gotten a lot of people reached out to me. A lot of artists, a lot of non-artists. I've had a couple of great jobs. Some of my OGs just gave me the straight, yo, good, but didn't say much. Kind of take that for what it is. Either you liked it, you didn't like it. I'm not your cup of tea because you're a little older and you appreciate different types of rap, is what it is. Other people reached out and it was just straight fakery. Yeah. But that comes with the territory, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah. You know, Saint said it. You're going to ruffle some feathers with this. Right. And, you know, I didn't mean to because I told everybody that asked, I was like, these rhymes are fucking old as shit. So y'all think I'm talking about some of you new niggas that I've met? It's actually not that. It's the fact that we talked about this last episode, I think. Or maybe off air. It's the fact that it was definitely last episode. I've edited that fucking episode 1,000 times. Oh yeah, there's no video for the last episode because I don't know why. It's fucking malfunctioned on me like 1,000 times. Malfunction camera. Yeah. about the skill level.
Yeah.
It separates you. Exactly what Saint was talking about, like it's separating you. That's what he meant by, and that's what I mean too. Like I agree with it about you, like ruffling feathers. Not that it's any shots to anybody. I don't really hear. I mean, I guess I could hear a couple things because one listen, I was like, let me see what other people are trying to like. What are other people are listening to if they think it's brand new?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess a couple, but not. I mean, it's. Most of it's old.
Well, a lot of it is.
A lot of it, yeah.
It's just that I had to like re-edit and do over and add stuff.
So, and you're not really like somebody to take shots.
No, I just think it's pointless. I mean, I never fault anybody for doing it or judge anybody for doing it themselves. But for me, it's just
not your
cup of tea.
That's it.
It's not because at the same time, I don't want to waste my energy on somebody else. You know?
Yeah, it's
Like I'm trying too hard to make my own shit popping.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I include somebody else, that's like. No, it's just not for me.
Yeah, no, it's not. So I think it's mainly, I think it's that skill level where people where you see them as like peers and friends, they kind of in a machismo type shit take it the wrong way, where it kind of like
some ego could be involved.
A little bit.
I mean, I would hate for it to be like that.
Oh, for sure, actually.
Because I never put it out with intentions of like, yeah, y'all niggas got kiss my ass now because I got a dope album. Like, it was never like that.
Not that it would be intentional, but people are going to feel the way people are going to feel.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just happy in the fact that I made an album that I know no one else around me or in the area has made. Mm-hmm. And I'm cool with that. Not that it matters about this area. I'm not here to get some fucking imaginary local crown. Like, I don't care for that shit at all. I don't care about being the best in Jersey. I just care about people hearing my shit and thinking it's dope and wanting to hear the next one.
Yeah.
That's really what I'm about here. Just, you like the music, you want to keep being a supporter, keep following the journey. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm out here for. I'm not here to be in the conversation of who you think I'm better than or worse than. Like, I could give less than two fucks. Mm-hmm. Like, anybody can take anybody at any day. That's how I see it. But yeah, I mean,
people are sensitive.
People be sensitive. That's why. So I didn't want anything like that. And side B was just like, y'all niggas can't say anything to me on that. I'm talking about myself. I ain't got no issues. I don't give a fuck about any of y'all.
I have another one. Sorry, I just got really happy.
At that point, I was like, I don't give a fuck about niggas. Like I'm talking about my shit that's going on in my head, how I felt. And yeah, there was a lot of shit in there that's like me being an asshole, like copping to my shit.
Yeah, but I think that's what separated it. That's what separated.
Oh, because niggas ain't trying to cop to their shit like that.
Yeah, basically. But it's not only that, but not a lot of people have the same. Not everybody has the same life experiences.
Yeah.
Especially compared to like, out of the entire group, you're the only father. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that a lot.
Yeah. So I think that's what probably Saint was even picking up on, because side A is, that's pro, like that's. And then you get the side B, it's your personal shit. Yeah. And not a lot of people, like, people will get personal, but it almost seems, and not a knock, but it almost seems like to be like the same thing. Yeah. And a repetitive theme, where this is the first time we're actually hearing this on a track. Right. And it's like not just a couple lines, a couple bars, or like, quick, like half a verse about it. It's multiple songs.
Yeah. Unlocked a whole new level of pro. Basically, a whole new level. So yeah,
and that's what separated it.
Yeah, because I didn't want another kick and snare, and that's no shot to Obi. Obi knows exactly what it is. He knows the beats are different this time around, but we're like the content is just going to be different, and that's what side B was for. And that was a plan a while back when we first started. So I'm like, all right, side A is going to be this, side B, you're going to get in your bag.
Oh yeah, I was so excited when you have because you guys had came up with that concept right before I came in, and when you had told me that, I was so excited. And then that's when I was just like, okay, if side B's going to be something different.
Yeah, duality.
Then I was like, then he's going to really have to, like, dig in deep. And then that's when I was like, oh, wait, what if I just name them? Yeah. So that's what led me into that shit. So.
And then it was crazy because side B was the last of the shit that I recorded and wrote. Like, Powers That Be, Closure.
Yeah.
I wrote the day before the deadline. Shit. Closure.
So I played Closure for one of the bartenders at work. And he's not really a hip hop guy. Yeah. But I had told him, because we hadn't seen each other for a while, and he was like asking me like, what am I up to? So I tell him, and he's like, so let me hear it. Mind you, I'm taking off my coat. I'm just getting ready for work. Yeah. And then he's like, let's go outside for a smoke. I'm like, can I clock in? Can I take my coat off? Like, shit, can I see if I have any tables? Like, the fuck? I'm like, well, hurry up. 10 minutes. No, not even 10 minutes. 5 minutes later, he's like, all right, you ready? This is the same bartender that wanted to come onto the podcast.
Oh, 69.
Then changed his mind. Yeah. Shout out to Dan. So, yeah, so I took him outside, and I'm like, what song am I going to play? He's like, just play anything. He'll smoke half a cigarette and then, like, hit his one hitter and shit. So he's like, come on, I gotta go back in. So I played him Closure. And he was just like, oh, this is different. Oh, okay. All right. And he literally took my phone and, he took my phone, I think, and just got into it. And he's like, I like it. I fuck with it. And then gave me back and then just walked inside. But it was just cool to see in that moment how something like Closure to somebody who isn't really into the genre, just like how it reminded me of your brother. It just, it
is different.
That was cool, yeah.
I think because at the end of the day, like, music is music. Like, regardless of the genre, if you're telling a story and you're giving out a message and the content is there, I think people that are music fans will respect it.
Yeah, and he liked, the poetry vibe to it, too.
Yeah, man.
Closure,
I'm not here telling no street gangster tales that I ain't been through. Like, this is, side B is literally just shit that I've been through, know, and that I've, that I've had to write about and deal with, and, ideas and topics that came together and shit, like.
Yeah, my mom hit me up, and because I had mentioned the group chat that Velvet was on it, and then I said what I had did on it. Then she hits me up randomly. She's like, "So you produced this, the album she put Velvet, which is kind of funny. She didn't put Velvet.
Oh, she gave her the artist name.
Yeah, she said the artist name because I don't know if she knows her stage name. So when I put it in the group chat, I was like, by the way, it's like, this is the song. I put the YouTube link. It's like, by the way, she's Velvet. Oh, she'd fucking kill me if I said her real name. Anyway, so my mom hits me up a few hours ago, and she's like, did you produce this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, executive produced. And then I talked to her. I was like, yeah, I like the videos. And I was like, I'm going to show, because tomorrow we're all doing a family thing. I was going to show you the video that I just did, because she called that day when we went to go shoot the second half.
Yeah.
And I was like, tell her I say hi. She loves you, I swear.
Yeah. I love her so.
Gross.
She's awesome.
No,
she's awesome.
She is. So she's like, yeah, Jim, her husband. She's like, yeah, James. Oh, James wants to post it on Facebook and put that you produced it. Is that okay? I'm like, executive produced.
Produced by Yosanova.
Yeah, I was like, produced means I made the music and I did not. So
you oversaw all the production of the album.
That's I was like, executive produced means
you're the
behind the
you were
scenes.
supervisor. Like you was just watching us do our thing, and
pretty much, yeah.
You threw in hints and everything. Like, no, that goes there. No. This actually this. That's how I see executive producer.
Yeah, because I figured I would be there to. Cause I even Googled this shit. I'm like, what am I gonna do? But I figured, leave me alone.
No, it's just funny. That's just hearing you say, what does this mean again?
What is executive producer music? Question mark. But I figured if I had. If I was there to fill in the blanks. Yeah. So if there's anything between you guys that you couldn't make up your mind or you guys couldn't figure out, I figured that's what I'm there for. And then also psst, here, and then to do, what I love to do, like the editing and all that shit.
That's another great thing, because if there's one thing that I hate when I'm in the creative process, it's being around a bunch of it's whatever type niggas. So you needing to be that's where you put your foot down, and that's why I appreciated you a lot during this process, because he was like, no, let's do this. Yeah. No, let's go this way. Sorry, that was me putting my foot down for effect.
No, he was right there. You scared him. No, you're good.
But that's what I needed, because if I'm ever in a creative space and me and Yos were at some point where it's like, yeah, we could do it, whatever. No, we need a decision. Yeah. Because this is going to eventually affect the sound of the album. So let's decide on something. Better yet, here's Sade. She's somewhat neutral.
And I'm the most indecisive person.
Right, but ever. But you weren't this. In this
no. Yeah, in this one, I figured I was like, I gave myself a pep talk. Anytime, I knew we were about to meet up, or when you would come here, I'm like, all right, we're gonna talk about KidNova, sorry, and or anytime I was alone, just coming up with my own notes and shit. I'm like, all right, make a decision, quick, life or death. I'm like, all right, it's we gotta get, besides the visual treatments where it's just a bunch of ideas. It was more like the actual like like that process.
Yeah, sequencing, layout, the names, titles.
Yeah.
What we think the titles might be. Because, like, certain titles we had ideas for at the beginning that I ended up changing just because it's like, all right, how can I turn Powers That Be? Remember the original plan for Powers That Be was me on some experimental hip-hop shit where I'm just writing a rhyme about having every type of superpower.
I mean, it still kind of works because we're using that for the treatment anyway.
It does. But when I actually wrote the song, I'm like, all right, what else can Powers That Be? Power tripping. Because I listened to Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah.
And I listened to Power like 10 times in a row while I was driving.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things he said is like, do you have the power to stop yourself or something like that? He's talking to himself at the end of the record.
Yeah.
And he's like, no one man should have all that power. And I was like, oh, power tripping. I feel like I'm power tripping. You know, I'm acting different.
Yeah.
I just, the one thing, and I told Yos about this before, the one thing that I would have changed off of that track, because if you're going to ask me what my least favorite is, it's that one only because of the way the hook came out. And when me and Obi were creating the hook, I literally was just burnt out at that point and had no ideas. I wanted to do something different for the hook, have it sound different, but it just didn't work out.
I think it actually... See, you didn't tell me that?
Yeah.
I don't think it mattered. I don't think, like, that's not one of my things that I picked apart.
Okay.
What I think... I'm trying to think. What I picked apart, some of
We're almost up now.
Huh?
We're almost out of time for this.
Oh, no, I know. I'm keeping time. I just looked.
Got you.
4 minutes. So 4.5 or 3.5. So anyway, God damn it.
The one thing you noticed.
Oh yeah, the one thing I know. No, like my main thing was not main, but like what is it called?
Secondary.
No.
Tertiary.
No. It's just saying words now. Some of the voice notes.
Okay.
Some parts I wish could be redone. That's it.
A little more clear.
Yeah,
okay.
I just felt like some of it, because I wasn't there in the final process with you and Obi, so there was some of it where it was like Nina's voice was too like it just didn't flow right into the track.
Got you. Okay.
Where like the bullshit part did flow, but in the beginning it was a little too harsh.
Got you.
Sounding like sonically. And then in another one, the same thing where I felt like her vocals either an effect or lowered and an effect, but it was just like, I don't know.
And there was one that we just didn't keep at all that she made. I think along with yours, it was just her. But
it was because I couldn't get onto the scene with them because they had did it.
Too. It was a different.
Florida, no, it was a different one. That was that one. I got taken off of that one. I know another one we took off because it was like, all right, there's too many.
I think that was the one. There was one that Nina sent me that it just did not match the tone.
Yeah, it didn't match the tone.
Yeah.
And then it was because you guys would be talking back and forth. It was, damn it, 11 p.m. at the end.
Yeah. All right, you're right. That was
the beginning of 11 p.m. because it was the end of the bridge, and the beginning of 11 p.m. That was a conversation.
Okay, but I do like how the bridge ends and it's her voice note, and then side B starts. I thought that was fucking.
No,
dope.
that one came out good.
Yeah,
so
that was
taking
great.
it off was a good decision. I just would have done something with her voice.
Got you.
That was it.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like minor things.
Yeah, minor shit.
Yeah, and there's like a couple other shit, but like it's super minor and it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly. And like I remind myself, like the projects that I feel are perfect, if I were to speak to those artists that made them, they would probably tell me like, yeah, this wasn't perfect. There was a lot of shit I would have changed.
Oh yeah.
Because perfection is, you can be a prisoner of perfection. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you just go your whole life chasing for the perfect song, the perfect this and perfect that, you'll never get it done. You're always chasing perfection. Same thing with money. If you always chase money, you'll never stop. Perfection's the same thing. Sure. Yeah. You'll never stop chasing perfection. So it's like at a certain moment, I'm like, well, look, I'm not going for perfect. I'm going for good enough. Like, is this good? Is this gonna get people? Like, is this good enough to be considered like, yo, this is dope. This is gonna get a great reaction of people. And I feel like I got that for a lot of these tracks.
Not good enough. That's like a horrible way to describe it.
All right. Well, I mean, you're right. It's a very humbling way of saying it. But
yeah, not good enough.
Dope.
Better than
dope.
good enough.
Dope. I want
perfect at the time.
Perfect at the time. Yeah.
But not like whatever.
Am I outdoing myself?
Yeah.
Am I outdoing myself? Yeah. Do I feel like I put a lot? Mm-hmm. And it was little shit like for side B, I was super stressed, and I told you it was like the last 2-3 weeks of recording that I did it. I was smoking a vape pen a lot, right? So when I'm in the session, I'm hitting the vape pen nonstop, and by the time I got to go record, my voice is raspy, and it's like cracking a lot. And it worked because it brought out the pain, especially in Powers That Be.
Yeah.
That second verse. The pain in that motherfucking verse, man. Can't nobody deny that shit.
Yeah. I almost wanted to cough for you. But, like, because somebody who, like, during the editing process and shit, we have a couple more minutes, but, like, during the editing process, like, I'm literally, like, draining these, going through them way faster than I normally would. And, like, I get, like, the...
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was, like, hearing it whenever you would send me something, like, you had that raspy effect in the beginning in side A, which I think really worked, but side B, especially powers, I noticed that. And I was like, all right, it works, though.
I'm just saying certain words with, like...
I wanted to take a sip of water
more
for
of
you.
an inflection.
Oh, God.
At least my voice didn't crack. It did a couple of times, but I took those out.
Oh, okay.
I redid those. There was a couple of times where a couple words like, yeah. Like I was doing my ad-libs and I was yeah. Obi, take that one out. I was do it over.
Imagine he just was spiteful shit and like just.
He would, and I would have fucking laid into him.
But not like on like, okay, this is the final to submit, but like on some, shall leave you a little surprise, thinking and, like send it your way.
Shout out to Obi because he was so annoyed with me at the tail end of the shit.
I'm surprised he didn't want to kill me. I was talking hella shit.
It's just he knew what it came with, and you know the fact that we took care of him at the end like helped a lot too. So shout out to Obi, man. Any final thoughts you want to say about this album before we end this first segment?
Oh, true.
I'm just happy it's out.
Same. I already told you, like, I'm super proud of you for this shit.
Thank you.
So fucking proud.
Proud of you.
And I think it's just amazing. And I want, like, everybody to fucking hear this shit.
I know. That's the next step. Because I told you guys in the group chat, we've already let everybody around us hear it. Mm-hmm. And they support it, you know, like friends do. Now the next step is getting people that don't know a thing about Kid Pro, don't know a thing about Yosanova, to get into this album and enjoy it and like it for what it is and want to continue our journey or being on this journey with us.
Because I already, like, I reached out to some people, you know, we got B working on this too, so I have a good feeling about this. I just think that this project, because I know when I was talking about to Saint was like, make sure he doesn't just try to move on to the next thing. Right.
He told me the same thing.
I was like,
because I wanted to. Because I wanted to.
He told me he yelled at you too about it. I'm not just yelling at you. I yelled at him too. Yeah. So I mean, like I told him, I was like, yes, like I'm letting him, because I know, like, I was letting you just say, like, all right, so kick and snare, souffle, blah blah blah. Yeah. But I told Sam, I'm like, he's been talking about it. I'm gonna let it rock. But then once this, like, the album comes out, it was at the listening party after I dropped you off and I came back. I was like, once we get the videos rolling, I was like, it's gonna be rolling.
Oh,
like,
once the album came out, I was like physically tired. I was like, it's my body's trying to tell me something. Take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell you before because I figured you weren't going to listen anyway.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to. I was like going to start writing, but then like I couldn't get myself to do it.
Yeah, eventually I figured like eventually it's just going to catch up to you. And then there's just so much more to do. I was talking to my mom about this. I'm like, I'm so exhausted. And there's just to think there's so much more to do with this fucking album. Yeah,
because we're not just putting it out and then promoting it for 2 weeks and then not talking about it anymore. Like, no, we're like doing a full out like rollout.
It's like a year process, almost a year.
Yeah, like we got shit in the works. We got shit planned. Like I'm gonna do extra stuff that a lot of motherfuckers around here wouldn't do to promote their album. Mm-hmm. I think that's what's gonna continue to separate me from everybody else.
And then Yost with the merch, like Yost, you were fucking just amazing. I'm so proud. Like I know I've already said this to you too. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, same fucking shit.
My brother, like, I love you guys.
I got a new little brother out of this whole thing, man. I can't complain. Yeah. Like it's great, and a sister with Nina. So this is fucking amazing. How cute
was that voice? The voice note he sent this morning.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I didn't know if I was like tearing up because I was awake for a few hours just staring at the computer screen, but I teared up a little bit.
It was a lot. It really makes me appreciate the work I did. I be forgetting he's younger than me too, so it's like he's new in the game, and I'm not trying to get him jaded so quick, but I be telling him like, yo, just understand that motherfuckers are gonna be really coming for you. They're gonna be looking for shit, and it might come off hateful. You might deal with some hate. It's gonna come to you, but because you're getting so many moves and you're making so many moves and you're getting popular out here, don't be surprised whether it's rappers, other producers, somebody is gonna try some snake shit with you at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like this is the game, bro. Like
it is.
Yeah, I'm not trying to scare them.
No. But it's a lesson though that has to be learned, and a lot of people don't really understand that when they get into this.
We have time here?
Oh, yeah, come on, man. I'll wrap up right now. A lot of people don't understand this when they come into the industry, and that was somewhat a fault of mine with the last one, because you try to protect people that like are under your wing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they don't actually experience it themselves, if they don't actually get to see it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like we're going to let somebody fuck him over.
Yeah.
But he has to be able to, like, acknowledge and identify. But he'll see it. I think he even said that he was like, yeah, no, I felt it a little bit.
No,
like I'm sure, like, somewhere on the way he felt it.
That's how we do with Ron. I'm like, yo, Ron, you see us, we're all older, man. We make mistakes. Just try to learn from it. Like, you'll see. And I tell him about the mistakes I've made when it comes to, like, shows, preparing for shows, like, other stuff like that. And he's learning. Because he's the young one, so it's expected. Because I was like him 10 years ago. I'm like, bro, look, the way you're thinking right now, that's how I was thinking at 25.
Yeah.
Like, I see what you're going through. I get it. Like, but it's gonna be there. Like, the money will come.
Yeah.
You just got to worry about building yourself up as an artist.
Yeah, it's too soon to.
It's too soon, but I get it because he's hungry, and that's how you should be. But you also can't let that stop you when shit don't go your way.
Because you'll start to tire yourself out if you think you're getting into this industry. I mean, you know, it's for the art of it. Yeah. But you're trying to make a living off of it. It takes a very long time.
It's not easy. It's not, especially nowadays when there's so many fucking artists.
Yeah, that's why, like, when you were talking to me about, like, my splits, I was like, it's whatever. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking go ahead and make an account. Like, it just, like, to me, I'm like, I didn't do it for that. Yeah. So I'm like,
me neither. Yeah. The split shit was funny doing that, sitting down at that table, like, well, what's everybody getting here? Okay. I mean, luckily they broke it down easily. Yeah. But still, I was just like, oh. I'm like, I didn't mind giving, like, Yost a bigger portion every time. Like, whenever we had a track with a feature, I'm like, Yost, take the 34%. Like, we're breaking in threes. Like, you take the bigger chunk. It's no big deal. Like, you know, shit like that. All right, we good?
Oh, yeah, wrap up.
Shout out to Yost. All right, Lyrical Fix, we are back. And you already know that first segment is always about us going through our week, and our week was strictly KidNova, so that's all we can really talk about. Yeah. But I will tell you another thing. I did get more into Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
I finished season 3, so yeah, let's talk about it. Love the show.
Yeah. I changed my position because I leaned back. So I was just like, wait, where was I?
Go ahead. You're still on camera. No, I love the show. I would say I'm more of a Dean fan.
Yeah.
Than a Sammy fan.
I figured you would be too.
Yeah. I like his style. Dude's funny. And then when you told me about his, like, experience in soap operas, I was like, all right, he makes it seem real natural. He's used to, like, these multiple episode seasons. Like, this guy can do it. Yeah. Sammy, for some reason, I just feel like some of his acting is just like, sometimes. It's kind of trashy.
Yeah, like I said, he's from WB.
Yeah, the way he hits the lines sometimes is just
he's from, like, those family shows, WB. So sometimes, like, it gets better, though. Yeah. His acting does improve. It's still not Dean, because I'm pretty sure, I haven't, like, looked up Dean in a while, but, like, the actor. But I'm pretty sure I saw that he used to do, like, soap operas when he was younger.
That's where I got that from you.
Yeah.
I mean, he even had, like, the stupidest, corniest dad jokes at times, but still made me crack up. Like, there was one episode with one of the dopest episodes of season 3 when they were in the prison. When they got arrested, and the prison got and they had to, like, basically safeguard it. Put the salt and all the shit everywhere, and Henderson,
they got themselves in there,
and the agent was there, and this is when the agent, and spoiler alert for anybody, the agent is possessed. He kills the main guard in that police station. Yeah. They save him. Oh,
you hit that part. Okay.
Yeah, they save him, and, like, all the black smoke comes out of him. He wakes up. He realizes, like, I just shot the sheriff, and then Dean, of course, says, but you didn't shoot the deputy. Like, I knew that was coming, but I was like, who's going to say it? And, of course, he says it, and it comes out corny. But to me, I was like, yeah, it was there. Might as well use it.
Yeah, because they have him do a lot of those corny dad-type jokes. Yeah. But I think it's because he says it, and the way he delivers, even though it's supposed to be like, yeah, it's still funny.
It's still funny, because I can't see Sam doing that.
Yeah, it's corny, but it's still funny and not corny, like, ill.
Yeah, Sam's the more serious one. Dean is the one that I'd want to have a drink with and hang out with. Yeah. Go get some girls or shit. Yeah. Sammy's the one, like, all right, we gotta get to business, like, we gotta do some research, gotta get to work. All right.
So
type of shit.
Did you see what happens to
at the end of season 3?
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm on season 4. So I did see everything that happened. Dude going to hell, blah blah blah. The psh. The explosion?
Yeah.
Yes, at the end of that episode.
Because I almost, when you first mentioned him, that's why I was way back. I was like, oh yeah, just wait till.
Oh yeah, well they had the Lilith chick showed up, and it was a little girl, and I'm like, all right, this is. And then she
scary because they think all the demons are good, so they leave. The brothers leave, and then all of a sudden it's like,
nope. Homegirl shows up.
Yeah.
And
that Lilith bitch.
Because I've always said, I think I said on this podcast, the one thing that I'm scared of besides taxes is white children.
Oh yeah.
So seeing that white kid show up with a mom that didn't even show her face, just holding her hand, and then just saying, "I'm Lilith," and oh man, that shit scared the shit out of me.
All right, so to go back to the conversation we had off air.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I couldn't say my sister's name.
Okay.
So I would somehow call her Lilith.
Oh, okay.
So remember I was saying, who's scarier than Suge? Lilith. There you go. I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it.
Lilith. That's a scary bitch, man.
Yeah.
Scary. And then the whole concept of just seeing how they interpreted hell, even though it was only for a couple minutes, was crazy in itself.
You'll see more of it. Yeah.
Oh, I figured. Yeah. I figured. And I think you mentioned something about heaven, too. Or it's explained?
Yeah. You'll see... I'm trying to think. You'll see parts... You'll see how like, heaven is designed.
Yeah.
It ends up changing, but like you'll see how heaven is designed and all that good shit, and then what was I gonna say? And then you'll see how I think you'll probably see more of hell than heaven.
Yeah,
because the demons have more, I guess, screen time than because you just got introduced to like your first angel.
Yeah,
you'll start to see they'll develop on that side, but you'll get more of that hell part.
Oh yeah, and then
it gets fucking bonkers.
And then the one thing that annoyed me at first was like when Dean first realized that okay, there's angels amongst us or amongst them. He went so hard to like not believe it, and in my head, like we're talking about it at home, and we're like, well, if you believe in werewolves, vampires, witches, all these motherfuckers, how you not gonna believe an angel could be around?
Yeah.
But then he kind of like said his point, like, oh well, why would they pick me? I'm just a regular guy.
Oh yeah, because they took him out.
Yeah, they took him out. Like, why would they just take me? I'm like, nigga, you probably mean something. He's like, well, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, well, nigga, like, it's just to me. If I'm him, I'm like, if I believe that there's vampires, wolves, and I see a nigga with wings telling me he's from heaven, I'll probably believe that too.
Yeah, so
just saying.
So pay it. So that's well, I mean, obviously that's important. Yeah. The fact that they chose him, and there's a reason why he's important.
Right.
And then also, do you remember what happened with Sam and all the kids?
Yeah, that episode, right, where they had like that like Hunger Games style fight.
Yeah, and you already know about the demon with the yellow eyes.
Yes.
All right, so there's a reason why the demons are going after Sam and the angels are going after Dean. But you'll see when that part comes up.
Okay, I didn't even think about it like that, but now you put it down. That is what's happening. No, because it makes sense. The demons are going after Sam.
Yeah.
The angels do want a piece of Dean, but it just hasn't been said why.
I didn't realize that until quarantine, until like I watched from the beginning, because I had stopped around that time, around that part, because like I think Netflix was already updated at that point that I had stopped, and I didn't feel like watching it like keep going on the CW website. So I just waited, and then years later like I caught up. So then that's when I realized like, oh shit, oh yeah, so wait, so it eventually like it makes more sense, but at that point I was just like, this can't be a coincidence that the demons are going for one and the angels are going for the other. But you'll see when it comes out. And then what was I gonna say? I forgot. But I mean, the way I see it as like, I thought it was funny that he like just the fuck, you're not an angel. Yeah. I see it as because he experienced so much like dark shit that the possibility of something good. So
okay,
yeah. It's kind of like no.
There's a contrast in.
Yeah.
Sam's always been more the nicer guy, but now he's involved with demons somehow. Dean's always been more the rebel. And now he's involved with the angels somehow. He's
more like realistic and just monsters. It is what it is. This is life.
Yeah.
We hunt and kill them and, stop them from doing horrible things.
Much easier for Sam to get corrupted than it would be for Dean. That's how I see it.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I looked at it. And I'm still noticing, I told you before, I noticed the same type of story arc every episode, but it doesn't bother me because the show's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Once you get past it, then you like, okay, you think that's all there is, but then at this point you're already getting to like what's the cliche for it, Meat and potatoes.
Oh yeah, the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Like you're well, not really, but like you're close enough to it. Like you're starting to pick up on the storyline, and things are starting to make more sense.
Well, I figured after 15 seasons, I figured by season 4 at least know what it's about.
The storyline, like it kind of carries on from the beginning. But it drags out, but it changes too.
Yeah.
It just becomes more complex, and like they layer on. It's just insane. Like the way that they did the storyline, it still connects to how they developed it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you've gotten episodes where they do like previously, and they do the recap.
Yeah, the recaps. Yeah. And that's when I know it's an important episode.
Bro, I'm telling you, season 15, you are getting but obviously like the end episodes, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do a montage and all that shit of like way back, like start from the beginning. But you're gonna get episodes where they're going back damn near to the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it all connects.
Yeah, and now because I've been watching so much and I've been following them on their journey, whenever they see somebody that's a recurring character, I'm like, who is this? You remember in Tulsa, the assholes? Like I saw the Ghostfacers episode. That was my shit.
Oh,
the Ghostfacers.
That was the one I was telling you about.
Oh, that was so great.
That was the one that
Guess told me about it too.
Yeah, it's a stupid episode, but it's so good and funny.
It copied that MTV show from back in the day. I don't know what it was called. It's not Scared or Scarred. It was something. It was a one.
No, I know.
It was one word. The title was one word, but it was like kind of the same premise.
Yeah.
Like they go into an abandoned spot with cameras and
the nighttime,
the
effect.
night vision and shit.
Yeah, because I mentioned it like I forgot what fucking episode, like a while back. I'm like that one of their stupid episodes, like just to kind of filler episodes.
Yeah.
You see it, but from like another like outsider perspective. I didn't know if it was going to be like a spoiler. I mean, that's not really a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler episode.
But I didn't know, not a spoiler, but like for me to tell you what it was.
Gotcha.
But I remember hinting towards it. I couldn't wait till you saw that.
And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is the one I've been told about. And then I saw another one.
They come back too.
Oh, good.
At some point, I think.
Well, because they already came back once, and then that was the second time.
Oh no, so this is the second time. So yeah, I think it's only the 2 times, maybe a third. No, I think it's just a 2.
They sabotaged them at the end of the episode because they had so much footage that would have like put everybody, like would have blown everybody's spot.
Yeah, because they just keep it under wraps what they do, so they don't besides the people that they save that know what's happening to them, but for the most part, that show's so fucking good.
It's amazing how it reminds me like, yo, there are so many different fairy tales and different types of monsters that have different powers. It's and again, it's always the same thing. The monster ends up hurting one of the brothers severely at the end. And right when you think the monster's going to kill them, the other brother shows up, saves his ass. And they always die either by fire, neck got cut off, special type of bullet, silver knife, iron type of appliance that falls on them. It's always the same shit. It's the same ending, but it still keeps me, it's still fucking riveting. Like, it still keeps me engaged. I saw an episode today that was all in black and white. Like a noir type episode. Yeah. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I've seen the comedic episodes. I've seen the Christmas episodes. The Christmas episode, season 3, with Krampus.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, like funny. I'm like, all right, I see where these niggas is going.
I don't remember specific. Like the seasons are a little blurry because I could have sworn what you're watching now. I don't know why I thought it was season 4, but it's blurry to me. But once you start mentioning details, I remember the episode.
Yeah, and it's just gone to the point where like I remember little bits and pieces about the episode, like and just like they would, like, oh yeah, we went to North Carolina, and we ran into those people.
Do you remember we were talking about Ruby on air? So there's a funny episode. It's not really a spoiler. It's a funny episode where all of a sudden some type of creature, I forgot what the name was. Some type of creature plays a trick on them.
Okay.
I think it was. No, if I say it, then it's gonna be spoiled. So yeah, some type of creature plays it. Guess is probably laughing. Plays a trick on them, and they all of a sudden become themselves the actors. So they're calling Dean Jensen, or forgot his real name.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, and he's just like, the funk. So to them, they're Sam and Dean, but all of a sudden now they are actors in a show called Supernatural, and they're just like, what the fuck? And so Ruby comes in, and Sam's like, the fuck, Ruby? And she's like, babe, what are you? Because they're married in real life. Yeah,
I get it. All right, that's
like little things. It's funny, like you see in like what would be their homes. I don't think it's their homes. So
kind of like breaking the fourth wall, but not really.
Yeah, they do that a few other times, but this one was pretty funny.
That's pretty dope. I like the idea.
Yeah, they have this. The guy is like fucking creative monster. The writer who also does The Boys. I mean, I'm sure it's a whole team.
Can't wait for the fucking Boys.
Oh man, can't wait. Oh, did you hear Mandalorian's not coming back till 2022?
Not surprised, but they got so much other stuff lined up that I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything until Boba for December this year.
And it gives me time to catch up on the other shit. Speaking of,
yeah,
WandaVision starts midnight. First 2 episodes streaming on Disney Plus. Marvel.
Yeah, I didn't fucking know that. I found this out the night that I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
When I was like, I just got home.
My
spot. Yeah. That night, sitting there, and I look up at the TV, and it's just a fucking flashback of when I found out about the riots. And I look up, and I see Vision.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, why are they playing? I was like, okay, whatever. And I look back down. I didn't realize it was a commercial. So I see it again. I'm like, wait. And then I actually saw the one.
That's how you found out? Okay.
I was like, wait, hold on. Nobody told me about this.
I'm surprised because we've been known about this. I just didn't know when they were going to premiere.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I knew there was the other one.
What, Loki?
Falcon and
Winter Soldier?
Yeah, there's that one coming up. Loki, I think, is like March or April.
And then the What Ifs, which is animated.
That one I didn't know about.
That's super animated.
Yeah, I didn't. But like the animated, it's not that I don't. I'm like whatever about the animated.
Yeah, I mean I've seen some of the storylines like
if it's not if it's crucial, I'll watch. If it's not, really don't care.
No, it's straight up just really it's what it is. What if Black Panther was actually Captain America? T'Challa was Captain America instead of Black Panther. Yeah. I think there's they did a quick shot of Captain America as a zombie. Like all the Avengers died and they turned into zombies.
Actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit like that.
This actually doesn't sound bad. But the WandaVision thing, I'm so excited.
I'm confused about that. I've seen the trailers and the previews. I still don't know what it's about. To me, it seems like they're stuck in a glitch. Like they're dreaming the whole time and they're in like a makeshift community and they keep going from era to era. That's all I can tell from these trailers. I honestly have
no fucking clue because I didn't know about it at all. But I don't know anything about the Falcon shit and the Winter Soldier. I don't know anything about... Well, I mean, I seen the trailer, but I don't remember it right now. I remember the trailer for Loki, so I kind of know what that one's about. But I didn't read into them yet because I don't want to get myself hyped. Like, I'd rather just, all right...
Experience it.
Yeah, when it happens, so...
We're going to see, man, because I have no idea.
Because it's happening soon. I just didn't know I didn't know she was first up. Well, they were first up.
Yeah, I didn't know either. This is how they're starting it.
I didn't know Vision was coming back. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Well, he has... Now, because now you got to find out how the hell is he back. And it looks like he still has a stone on him.
No, I honestly think this is a flashback.
If it is, that's super weird and it's not needed. Like, I could care less then. If that's the... I wanted stuff to take place after Endgame.
Yeah.
Because it feels like Falcon Winter Soldier that's happening after Endgame. Loki, you can tell is after Endgame because of what happened. And I don't know what other show's coming up.
Because he's not back after... No, he's not back after the end of Endgame. So
no, he disappeared.
Yeah.
They even showed that in the trailer.
It's weird.
Yeah. So the WandaVision, I'm assuming it is, but at the same time...
Maybe it's mainly her, and she just has these flashbacks of him.
I think it's a big dream. It's just a huge, big dream that some people are caught in, because from the trailers, that's what it looks like. If you watch it, you'll see. But there's people saying, like, are you here to save us? And they're glitching. Mm-hmm. And 1 minute they're in the 80s, next they're in the fucking 60s, and everything's just glitching in between. And I guess that's what the WandaVision, because it's set up like a TV show.
Well, because I figured they would explain some of her stuff, because it's kind of like the movies, the way that they come out, we already know at this point, it's not in the chronological order. Mm. The order that release and chronological, it's different. Same as Star Wars, same as every other fucking thing at this point. So that's why I figured it's either going back in time, but some of the previews, I mean, like the trailer that I seen, some of it look like pieces from Endgame, and not Endgame,
Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity Wars. I was a little confused about that, there's a gap because you don't know her beginning. I mean, we know his, but like you don't know her beginning. The time that they spent together is also kind of.
Oh, so you think this could be that time in between, after Civil War and Infinity War when they were hanging out together, like,
they're
in a random
just
country?
Yeah. Because
okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I didn't see the trailer. I'm just assuming that that's what it is, because they tend to do that. They'll show one thing and then they'll like, all right, let's go back. I mean, Captain America, they played it in, actually, I think they played it in sequence, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was like 50 years ago, kind of like the Wonder Woman thing. It kind of made no sense.
True.
It was just telling the story back in like World War I times.
Yeah.
And then to bring it like the most recent one, 1984, which, by the way, did you see that?
What?
Wonder Woman.
Yes. Oh, we didn't talk about that?
I don't remember. I didn't like it.
Oh, I think that might have been when we took a week off.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Oh,
I didn't like the ending. I think Gal Gadot is the perfect character to play Wonder Woman. She's beautiful, athletic, all that shit.
I'm not a Wonder Woman person.
Yeah.
So I never watched her shit. I'm not that DC, like, Batman, that's pretty much me. But I never, that was the first time you watching her. I liked the first one. I went back and saw the first one.
Yeah.
Because I never seen it. And I liked her in there. I liked her in the Justice League shit. I mean, I could see. It did have its drawbacks. The Cheetah Girl didn't really make sense.
I wasn't impressed by Cheetah Girl.
No, me neither. I thought it was
terrible, especially when the previous movie you were fighting a god.
Yeah.
And now you're just fighting a regular person, even though your powers were diminished and you had to wear that armor. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Still, I wasn't. It was a fight in the air. Like, there was no ground. Like, they weren't in the ground, like, punching, kicking. This was an aerial battle, and that just seemed kind of corny.
It looked, okay, I will say this. The fight itself kind of looked cool, but at the same time, it kind of looked like, all right, there's too much going on.
Too much CGI.
Yeah, there's too much CGI, and it kind of takes it away.
Yeah.
It's like, or watching live action. And
it was dark, so it's like all that movement around, it just kind of gets...
Yeah, it was a little...
It's a little too much.
It was too much. I mean, I was like, I did full-on movie night. I had my trail mix. I had my wine. I had the lights off and shit.
Trail mix.
Oh, yeah.
You're a trail mix girl. All right.
Yeah. No, I've just recently got, because, yeah.
No, me too. That shit's dope. I like it.
But yeah, like, I was just chilling here, and I was like, all right, bam, let's do this. I know what you mean. I just feel like we were talking about this at work. I just feel like they cheated out Cheetah Girl.
Yeah.
Because that's it. That's all she gets. Like, she's in not most of the movie, but she has a good bulk of the movie. But we only get this amount of time with Cheetah Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know the history I don't know Cheetah like that, whatever. But it was just weird to me, like, if you're gonna choose this person to be in this movie, I mean, I'm assuming they're following the comic books too, but it was weird.
And you know what? They're kind of following the old story arc for villains. Like, I've seen this a lot. I even saw a meme on an IG and it made perfect sense. But too many villains in these fucking movies start out the same way. They're super fucking nerdy. They dress terrible. They have glasses. They're not respected by anybody. Then something happens that causes them to get a power, and then all of a sudden they're just like cool. They're lovable. They're more confident in themselves, and then it takes over. It's kind of like the fucking
Topher Grace.
Yeah. No, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx in Spider-Man. He was nerdy. Remember, he had the fucking weird ass hair and the fucking glasses. Remember?
Did I miss a Spider-Man movie?
With Jamie Foxx as Electro.
I never seen that.
Okay.
I just realized that.
Same thing.
That wasn't even in the order. I guess they literally left that movie out.
The bad guy in Iron Man 3, Killian.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. He was a weirdo with weird fucking hair and glasses, big ass glasses, nerdy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw another thing where it's Robert Downey Jr. has essentially been the villain in all his movies.
Oh yeah,
and it made sense.
It does make sense.
He treated that guy like a piece of shit.
He was
but then
arrogant.
Saves the day.
Yeah, he's a villain who saves the day, pretty much.
Yeah, and every movie has been the same thing. He disrespects somebody, he causes the issue, and then he has to fix it.
Yeah, and he's the rebel.
He's the rebel.
Oh, we're gonna do this anyway because I want to.
Yeah, I am Tony Stark.
I'm doing this. The fuck, I'm Iron Man.
Yeah.
Aw, but he was so
I'm Tony
lovable.
Stark and I'm Iron Man. Yeah.
Aw, he was one of the like I did notice that because I'm like he's the
off-brand.
Yeah, the off-brand superhero, but everybody loves him for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of going against the grain. I think that's why he worked out, not just Robert Downey Jr., which I mean,
perfect.
Perfect for the role because that's who he is.
I can't see anybody else.
No, God,
same
no.
way I can't see anybody else but Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman.
Yeah, for sure. It's like relived his 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like all that. Like, I mean, I wasn't alive, but all this shit from like the 80s and 90s that you would hear about him and the tabloids and all that shit.
Hollywood bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the antithesis. I'm like the complete actually meaning of that, the definition, not antithesis.
So I love 80s movies. So I did have a crush on him when I was younger.
Yeah, dude looks crazy, and then the fact that he's kept his his look, he looks obviously looks different, but you know, it's hard keeping your looks like that from the 80s when you like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of 80s, another show that I watched and I very much recommend that you get into.
What?
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know you got mad at me because I haven't seen it yet.
Kai,
I have to see it.
I think I don't know if I mentioned it before. I talked about it with Guest because he got into it. He ended up finishing all 3 seasons. Really good show.
Oh yeah, you had mentioned at the listening party. I gotta. It's a show or?
It's a show, Netflix. 3 seasons worth.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 episode seasons and less than an hour because there's no commercials at all. So it's just one straight thing. On the outside, looking in, feels like a straight up teen, high school type of drama. But it involves, if you know the Karate Kid story, even if you don't, they give you enough backstory to like, okay, this would happen, this would happen. But I'm sure everybody knows who Mr. Miyagi is. Yeah. Or has some sense of him. Yeah. That's a big part in the show. But, man, the fight scenes between high school kids is amazing. I got to say it. And they do it in a sense of they have 3 different ones each season. It's a one-take shot. So it's a good full 5 minutes of fighting music.
I thought Karate Kid was amazing. I don't know.
And it's like the first one is in a school hallway. Like they're just going room to room. And there's kids from the battling dojos going at each other.
Oh, shit.
While the camera's moving, it's not cutting. And they're just moving through each fight. And it's in different rooms.
So it's like somebody's walking down the hallway just
watching a fight going down. And it's just different fights, and that's all the wild. Kids these kids are different sizes. Like you got a small ass Asian kid going against a really small skinny white kid, then you got a big black dude going against a big fat white kid, and everybody just matches up in their different dojos, and it's just dope
like
to
weight
watch.
Class, yeah.
And then the main guy, the dude that plays Karate Kid,
oh shit, yeah,
and the other guy who was his bully back in the day,
he's in it, right?
Yeah, all the characters. That's the beauty of it. They brought back.
In it too? Oh, 10 o'clock.
I'll tell you a second. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, you say which guy? You said this guy's in it too.
Only
person who's not in it, Miyagi, because he died.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah.
Everybody else that was in the movies has been brought back.
I don't remember.
Which is amazing.
I don't remember his name, but Karate Kid, the actual Karate Kid.
Ralph
I didn't
Macchio.
know. Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah, he's in there.
I know it's an R.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler, but he's grown up and he now owns a car dealership.
Oh, okay.
So it's LaRusso Autos because his last name was LaRusso.
Yeah.
And he uses the Karate Kid stuff because he's a 2-time Valley national champion or Valley champion. So he uses that moniker still. So he's like, we're going to kick the competition. And all his billboards, he's like doing karate shit. And whenever he gives somebody a car, he gives them a bonsai tree. Like that's his thing.
Oh, okay.
Because he's keeping that Miyagi stuff in there. Still trains a little bit every now and back and then. Then it's the other guy who was in Cobra Kai, who was the guy he fought in the movies. It shows his life, how he's gone after 20, 30 years, where his life is at. And they eventually meet back up and dojos and all that stuff without spoiling it. But very, very good show.
I got to see
very
that.
Very good. Surprisingly good.
Speaking of Ralph, he aged so badly.
Ralph Macchio? Crazy how he looks.
Compared to, like, Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Just...
Because he's like, you see him too, like, he's
so cute.
He's tall and skinny. He's, like, lanky. It's like a weird look.
He was so cute when he was younger. And then it's just like, meh. Does it? Okay. Nah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then the main bad guy who was the like Mr. Miyagi's counterpart.
Yeah. He's in it?
He's in it.
I feel like he's always the villain.
He got that villain look.
Yeah. It's like the what's not really a cholo, but like the Mexican guy with the
Danny Trejo? No.
I don't know his name, but like the one with all the tats. He's literally in every. No, that's not. He's in every show, every fucking movie. Then you got the other one from Dusk Till Dawn. He's in. No, I think he's just in that one Quentin Tarantino movie. No, not Desperado. Damn it, he's in another one too. But like he's in that one. He always plays some type of villain. I don't think I've ever seen him.
I love those guys that get typecasted.
I think
you always see him as like the same gangster.
I think the only time I seen him as like a decent guy and kind of funny was George I almost said George Clooney. George the comedian. He had a show.
George?
Shit. Damn it. It's fucking escaping me.
Oh, my comedian's named George.
No. Or maybe it's not George. It's escaping me. But I only see him that one time, like, as good, and it was just, I think he did a couple scenes in the TV show, but he always plays a bad guy in the movies.
Damn, I want to know who you're talking about. I can't.
I'll look it up.
But yeah, there's always certain guys that just play the
the
goons or the henchmen.
The Antonio Banderas movie that he was doing.
I'm thinking Desperado. I'm thinking Dusk Till Dawn. I'm thinking
not Dusk Till Dawn. I think it was Desperado.
Assassins.
And he's in Desperado. Yeah, that's why I said it, because he's in Desperado, Dusk Till Dawn. He's in literally everything. I think he was in.
There's a black dude or a Spanish?
No,
dude?
he's Mexican. He's Spanish.
Long hair.
Tall mustache that comes down to here. Long hair. Well, I don't think it's like long, but like he usually has it like in a ponytail or some shit, or a braid. He
has tattoos on his face though.
No, this is somebody else.
That's what I was thinking. Trejo.
Yeah, I think that I don't know names.
Okay.
I know faces. Like I can describe.
He's got the mustache, like the handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Ponytail.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo.
The bigger one. Yeah. Then the other one that I'm talking about, he's skinny. He's smaller than him, and just always has face. He's tatted up like just everywhere, and he always plays a bad guy. Always. I think I seen him in one movie or maybe TV show where he started off as a bad guy but had a soft spot for like his kids, and that was it.
No, that's a good question to get into here. Just getting this random talk.
Mm-hmm.
Typecasting, because obviously those guys are typecasted.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you see Danny Trejo getting the romantic lead in a movie.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Would you be okay with that if you felt like you were typecasted for a certain role? I'm not gonna say what role it would be, but let's just say that you were an actress, and every time you go out for a role, you're given the same type of role, but you're getting tons of work doing it, and you're making decent money. That's cool. It's feeding you and your family. Mm-hmm. But you, as an actress, wanting to be like a master of the craft, you're not getting those roles where you can really showcase your acting chops. Are you okay with that?
I think personally, no, but in their circumstance, well, if I'm just thinking, just
just
me,
you
right?
personally,
just me. No, but at the same time, it's feeding my family.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. But I think that's also why Spanish people and just colored people in general, we always had those typecast roles. Yeah, because it was always like, all right, whatever you give me. All right, okay, I guess that's it.
Because the movie's essentially for white people, but we'll have a couple people. We'll diversify it a little bit. Yeah,
so it's like, okay, anything to get me in there. This is my dream. Like, I got to do this again. I'm doing this more. I'm doing this more. So I mean, and they're probably not getting paid as much. I think Handlebar. Yeah. I think he has to be making guap.
He makes a lot of guap.
But I think is also when you're just that fucking good at your job.
Yeah. That he knows a lot of people too.
Yeah, because I'm sure in the beginning it was definitely typecast stereotype wise. Yeah. But then after a while, I think there's white actors that you just can't see them. We were talking about Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1, the father that dies, James Franco's father that dies.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe. Have you ever seen him? Like, it's just weird to see him nice.
I can't see him in a hero's role or being nice.
Yeah, like he has that
face.
Yeah. Like, how many people do we know? Like, I mean, Al Pacino can do both.
But Al Pacino's face isn't as scary as Willem Dafoe's.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like, there's actors that can do both because they don't have that harsh look. Yeah. Then there's just the actors who have that harsh look and that harsh exterior.
That's how I feel about Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got one of those faces, like, you can't tell if he's going to be an evil dude or a good guy. But when he plays a good guy, like in Venom, like, he can do it. It still had to have a dark side. But then it's like other movies. I don't know if you've ever seen Bronson.
No, I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Tom Hardy. That is a crazy movie. My boy told me about it. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy, like, beefed himself up, shaved his head, got a crazy mustache, and was just an asshole. Because he's portraying this famous prisoner in England. Complete asshole, would fight anybody any time of the day. Doesn't give a fuck about his own people.
Yeah, they
crazy movie.
Yeah, I seen something where they put that character, like, I didn't know about that movie. I mean, I heard about it. I didn't even know that was him though. Yeah. I just heard, oh, you have to see Bronson. It's so good. Blah blah blah. That's it. Yeah. And they had that character side by side with another one of his that I don't remember who it was, and it's bothering me.
Bane?
No, it wasn't Bane. It was Tom Hardy, but like another movie. I just don't remember, but they had it side by side, and like
it was like the same guy.
Showing it's both Tom Hardy, but like one side is Bronson, with the shaved head and everything. And I had to look. I'm like, who the fuck did he play to be
Yeah.
that? Because I could tell it's him, but I never seen that movie where he looked like that. And then the other side, I know the movie is just it's escaping me right now. It's bothering me.
I forgot he's in Inception. I forgot he was in Inception.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
I love him.
Which
he could do everything.
Oh, and you didn't see Tenet.
No, I haven't seen Tenet.
Oh, son.
I've been with KidNova.
I know.
I'm just hello.
And that was one of the things I did to like fucking chill out from going crazy on KidNova. Like I was like, I'm gonna invest in some movies. I'm like, you know what? I'll pay the $20 on Amazon and get this movie because it's gonna cost cheaper than me going to the theater, taking my kids, getting snacks.
Listen, you're hitting the mic now.
Getting snacks like $20. I'll pay that as opposed to going to a theater paying $40 plus food. Yeah, plus
no, because I had just did Star Wars, and I forgot I did something else before that. Oh, I was doing the DC shit. So like if I keep doing, I'll do like maybe 2 series where I'm like super focused, or one long one like Supernatural. Yeah. And then I'll just take a break with something silly like Simpsons or The Office or Friends, like, you know, shit like that. Comedy. So that's why I'm just like, I'm still in that mode. I think especially because now this is the part that I'm like really hands-on with KidNova. So I'm just I'm making a list of all these shows. I promise you.
No, it's good. And
I'm just not going to get to them anytime soon.
Tenet, I will say, put your phone down when you're watching it. Like, pay attention. Because it's one of those where, like, if you don't listen, you're going to be mind-fucked the rest of the movie.
Yeah, Inception got me fucked up.
And
I was just like, fuck, start from the beginning, and I threw my phone. I was so lost.
But, nigga, compared to what the science is in this movie, Inception seems a lot more easy to understand.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
Going
that.
in a dream, within a dream, within a dream. Yeah. I get that.
You had text me, and you're just like, I don't know, this shit is mind-blowing. Yeah.
Tenet, and not give anything away, I'll just say what's in the trailers. It's kind of in the name. It's it's not an acronym. What do you call that shit? Anagram? No. When it's the same spelled frontwards and backwards.
It's I'm not gonna.
It's killing me right now. It starts with A.
I can't. Yeah.
It starts with A, but yeah, it's killing me. That I think I might have said it before. It's not acronym.
No, damn it.
Whatever. It's killing me right now, but I'm not gonna point. But the fact that something can happen and then can happen again in reverse, even just explaining it right now, I still don't understand. That's how crazy it is. So, like in the trailer. You're seeing that this guy's at a shooting range. He's got bullet holes in this target. He's like, yeah, don't shoot them. The bullets go into the gun. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, raise your gun. So he raises the gun at the thing that has bullet holes on already. The bullets are getting sucked back in the gun. So he's like, that's fucking cool. He's like, yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing, the scientists. He's like, we're trying to prevent. He's like, what, World War III? He's like, no, something worse. So I'm just in my head. I'm like, what the fuck is worse? Is it nuclear? He's like, something worse. I'm like, holy shit. And it has to do with that. It's not time travel. The movie.
Oh, okay.
It's not time travel. That's what was told to me. This has nothing to do with time travel. This is something completely different.
It doesn't sound like, yeah.
But it involves, you think it is when you watch the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because there's elements of it that seem like it, but it's not. It's a whole different scientific quantum theory that I just didn't have time to wrap my head around. But I went on YouTube afterwards to try to understand. Still lost. Still confused. They gave me diagrams and shit. But look, if you see it this way and this probably here, nah, nigga, I was still lost. That's how fucking confusing that movie is.
Because you're talking about like parallel universes in that sense.
In a way, but not really. That's why I don't want to give it away.
No?
That's so crazy. It's not a parallel universe. It's the same, but there's still some shit going on there that.
Well, no, like it's almost like a parallel universe, but in the same universe, like a portal or some shit like that. I just watched Big Bang, so that's how I know.
It's something similar to a portal, but not really.
Oh, okay.
You are going somewhere, but you're not. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it.
I'm still trying to fucking remember that word because it's bothering me. I see it and not.
It's not. I just know it's not acronym.
No, it's definitely not acronym, but it's bothering me because I can see it spelled out.
We'll find out during the break.
Yeah, let's take a break now.
Let's take a break. All right, Lyrical Fix, we are back again. I'm liking that whole binging TV segment that we have in movies and shit. That's where we get into our non-hip-hop bag, but we still got a lot to talk about.
Because we watch a lot.
Because we're nerds.
Yeah.
We like other shit besides music.
To kind of go back. So, real quick, not to spend that much time on it.
Okay.
I was saying before, we were talking at work about the Wonder Woman 80, whatever, and somebody had said that they had heard Cheetah's coming back. Cheetah's coming back.
Yeah.
And, in the next movie, she's going to be the main villain.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. But at the end of it, she's not really Cheetah anymore.
We don't know that. I told you that before. When everybody was saying that I renounced my wish, she was the only one that was not caught saying it.
Yeah, but then he himself, the
renounced.
wish granter, actually, shit. No, it makes sense. Fuck. No. Okay, wait, no. Okay, it makes sense. But I just realized because she got her initial powers from the actual stone.
Yeah.
But then she became cat-like. Yeah. Through him. So so him renouncing took away the cat, but she still has the powers.
There you go. In the cartoons and comics and shit, she's in final form all the time. She's like in that cheetah. Like, yeah, she's been transformed into like half person, half animal. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if she goes back.
She was mostly animal, I think.
At the end, it's her final form. Yeah. She was. I mean, but with like a woman with a tail and legs and shit, like she was able to walk on two.
True. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like half man, half tiger. Yeah, basically.
That makes sense. Yeah. She. I don't honestly. You could just take it.
But just bad ending to the movie.
Also, I know I'm running on like no sleep. But I'm kind of tempted now. We talked off air. Yeah. I'm tempted to drink the Red Bull I have in the mini fridge and watch Tenet.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know.
It's 2.5 hours though, bro. You're gonna fall asleep. Because don't get me wrong. I mean, it's an action movie. Like I'm gonna tell you right now. The first 10 minutes, action. Mm-hmm. First 5 minutes, like they're already in an action sequence. Mm-hmm. And like I told you before, the guy's name is the protagonist. Yeah, bro. And that's what I was thinking the whole movie. I was like, look at me. They got me. They finally found me a good guy that can play me. This is great. I look nice in a suit. Like, it's dope.
It's so stupid, yeah.
And they had, what's his name, that played Alfred in the Dark Knight movies.
Yeah.
He's in there real quick.
By the way? Just make sure.
Yes.
I didn't see the light.
Don't know if it's charging. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go, yeah.
But he's in it too. And just good fucking movie, but right to the point. Like, gets right to the action. They don't take any time describing who this guy is. He's just the protagonist throughout the movie. But yeah, let me see.
All right, continue. I just wanted to a little tidbit.
Check it out. You let me know what it is. So, getting back onto some hip-hop shit.
Yep.
I want to talk about an interview that went down. I think this was on Gilly the Kid and Wallow's podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game.
Shit. You want to play it? My bad.
We can play it, absolutely. We should play it. So, I'll say the heading here.
That was my first one, technically on air. Yeah, that was my first one.
I caught that. So, Flex had a couple of opinions, strong opinions, about two of the biggest artists in the game. One being Drake, one being Jay-Z. The first one I'll play right now because I can't find the other one is the Jay-Z take that he has, which I'll let you hear it, and then you tell me what you feel, if you agree or disagree. It's that simple.
Bro, do you realize if Jay-Z...
I have hair, the beanie, and the headphone. I can't hear shit.
He would be the biggest nigga on Instagram.
Jay-Z who?
Listen, hold on. Do you realize if Jay-Z...
I'm going to tell you about Jay-Z. I'm going to tell you about Jay-Z. You want me to tell you about Jay-Z?
He's so fucking annoying.
You know you want me to tell you why he can't be on social media?
Why?
Because he's the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet, and he can't take niggas in his comments telling him the truth.
Oh, what?
I can see him being sensitive.
There's still more to it.
Okay?
Wait, yeah.
Okay?
Damn, okay.
He can't take it. He can't open up social media. You know what Jay does? He watches social media from a fake page.
Yo, what's up with you and Jay?
Okay?
What if he's
It's not, but I'm giving you the truth.
All because you couldn't go to the brunch and... Oh, stand right here, you Jay-Z.
Couldn't go to the brunch.
And write the caption, Jay-Z, stand right there. And write the caption, Jay-Z said up.
So... Yeah, that was one of the takes right there. Basically, the heading Funk Flex explains why Jay-Z is not on social media. He said because Jay cannot take the criticism that all these other rappers take today, and he's too sensitive, and that's why he's not on social media the way other rappers are.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
I could see that's possible. I could agree with that, especially since you're coming from a time. I mean, he's coming from a time where there was no social media.
Yeah.
There wasn't... Listen. whatever. So he just scared the shit out of me. Since there was no immediate interaction with your fans, you just saw them on the way to your show, on the way out, you know, sometimes in the street, but not like this where it's you instant, like you're hearing all the bad shit and good shit. So I can see, listen, I can't with him. So I can see him being sensitive about it.
Yeah,
because it's different. It's completely different.
I can see him on a burner account, just watching what the people say to him.
Oh, 100%. JBP has been talked about that because you can tell certain moves that Jay-Z makes and certain things he does talk about, like in 444. You hear him. This is not somebody who's just out of touch.
Yeah, he's well aware of what's going on.
Yes,
whether
he's well aware.
Whether it's a fake page or whether he has people that's telling him like, yo.
Like the Kaepernick shit. He's well, it's not, I mean, I'm sure there's people telling him these things.
Yeah.
No, he knows.
He's well aware. He's in tune with the culture. He knows what's going on. He knows what new artists are coming out that sound dope that he might want to, you know, have under his wing. So, you know, so on and so forth.
Is his Finsta?
He probably got it. He's like Kevin Durant, just out here with a burner account, just getting that shit.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother thing, man. Basketball wise,
considered like a catfish deal almost.
In a way, if he reaches out to somebody and promises some stuff, then that's a catfish for sure. But I mean, the only time you really seen Jay on any type of social media was on his Twitter page, his Twitter profile, and I believe like it was like a year ago or something. He just shouted out mad rappers. Yeah. And everybody that was on it was like a bragging point for them.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
That
Joe Budden was like, yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that type of shit because I don't think Jay could take any criticism. I mean, we saw how bad Ether was for him, and the internet would fucking be 100 times worse than Ether. Yeah. They already are. They make fun of him.
They still, Ether's well talked about now.
Shit. You remember the fucking pictures of him vacationing with Beyonce a couple years ago and he was diving into the pool and people like photoshopped that? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, because I mean, it's a mix of, because I mean, the excuse of, I don't want to be like hassled. Like, you know, because somebody like Jay-Z, like imagine Funk Flex, probably his DMs are crazy. Listen, you're being super disrespectful.
Jay-Z's right just too cool to me to be posting about what he does every day. Like he's gained that mystique about him, where he's like, you don't have to post shit. He just, when he drops, and when you see him, you see him. You'll see him on someone else's page before you see him posting himself. Yeah, I respect that. It adds to the mystique.
Imagine like you have your own page, like you're Jay-Z and you have your own shit, and like you're constantly getting DM'd about some bullshit, constantly getting tagged and shit. So I can see from that side of it if that's going to be his cop out, because that's what I just assumed. I never realized what like Funk Flex pointed out, but it makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
He was just mad aggressive for no fucking reason.
For no reason at all. Holy shit! Can you turn this back on for me?
Oh yeah.
So while I search for that, we might have to.
What happened?
In editing, you can like while I search for the other video. Because I'm trying to see where that video was.
Just send it to yourself. Edit out. Just send it to yourself, or send it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I found it.
Okay, but send it to yourself so I know I can save it, so I can put it in the video.
Oh, okay. Send it to myself right now. Hold on a second.
Go into the room. What are you doing?
Okay, so the Jay-Z topic.
Edit back in. Okay,
edit back in. So Jay-Z topic is off. We pretty much feel the same. I think that he would definitely wouldn't be able to handle all the criticism, social media. I mean, he gets it already, but he doesn't view it. But like, let's be real. It's not one of the better artists, sure, but like physically, like looks wise, a lot for him to be made fun of, and people would have a field day. They already do.
They were making fun of him before there was social media.
Oh my God, everything.
And I mean, now it's still
the memes, the gifs, all the stuff with this guy.
I just don't think. I mean, it's Jay-Z. Who gives a fuck? It's okay. He doesn't need to have one. Surprise Beyonce. Well, I don't think Beyonce's is Beyonce's.
Let me see. I did find another one here. So this is sorry.
I feel like I've been sitting Indian style.
I'm gonna tell you a story today I never told nobody. Y'all ready? I need all your ears right here.
Y'all ready? Oh, I think I've seen this one.
You was with Mr. C.
You know that freestyle where Drake's reading off the BlackBerry?
You said what?
You know the freestyle he did with me, where he's reading off the BlackBerry?
Go ahead.
Me and Drake, we practiced that verse in the room already. He didn't need the BlackBerry because we practiced it in the room first with no BlackBerry. So when the camera came out, he pulled out the BlackBerry. You want to know why? Because as a rapper, if you look at a guy with a BlackBerry, you go, oh, he must have wrote those words. He already knew the words when me and him were practicing in the room. Think about that. What he's putting forward. Oh, the camera's out. Let me show you this BlackBerry as if I wrote these rhymes. He didn't fucking write those freestyle rhymes on my show. I know he didn't write it. He memorized. I ain't mad at this.
Okay. All right. Look, that could be a bunch of things. The first thing I thought was maybe he got nervous when the cameras were turned on and he felt the need to go back to his BlackBerry.
Either nervous or didn't want to fuck up on the camera, so it's like, let me just have it just in case.
As a safeguard.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that shit. But the other point he did make, that's an interesting point. The other point he did make was because of the references that came out for the If You're Reading This Is Too Late album with Quentin Miller, because of that, Drake cannot be considered a top rapper, a GOAT rapper. He believes. Had it not been for those references coming out, he would have put Drake as the greatest rapper out.
But because
those references came out, that damaged his claim to that title.
Because Quentin wrote his shit.
Right.
Much.
Because it came out that he did. Yeah, because his references came out. You could have said
the demos. Yeah,
you could have said that, he's got a ghostwriter. But until you have those references and that proof of another nigga just doing the rhymes, it didn't matter. But once they came out, I mean, we all took it as gospel. I forgot how I heard it. I think I was on some blog site and someone just had the shit and played it.
Yeah, same, yeah.
But it's like, that's all you got to go off of? I mean, I could do that in the studio myself.
Yeah.
And make it sound like there were references.
But Drake is also, like, LimeWire days. You know how many demos I probably still have on that phone from LimeWire days from Drake himself? And I've heard like some, I mean, not pop stars, but like some pop artists actually came, like I heard, what was it? I forgot what, Do It All or Do, I forgot what it's called. I know it starts with Do. I forgot what it is. But, there's a demo that came out and it's really good. It's just like he's like and then he finishes the song and it just kind of repeats, like it's just a reference, that's it. So that came out a long time ago. It's just like it just released, it leaked, and then I randomly years later heard some pop artist on it, unknown, I have no idea who she was, and I'm just, and different beat and everything. I'm like, the fuck? Like,
yeah.
Damn, like how old this song is fucking old. So to me, I didn't really, the Quentin thing didn't really affect my view of Drake. And I mean, because that's what I was trying to think. Has Drake been saying, I write all my own shit, nobody helps me?
I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
That's where, in my argument, anytime like I've had, especially back then, everybody was fucking arguing about this. That was always my stance. Unless he said that, then no, I don't. It doesn't affect my view. I think he's still top.
He said other things in his rhymes like, this was all me, I did this myself. That type of shit. But I mean, artists say that all the time.
But they could also, it could be his success.
Yeah, that's what he probably meant.
Or
like he put the work in himself.
Even the song itself.
Yeah.
But like if you, I mean, sometimes, especially you make that much music that he does, like
you're bound to have some help along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's regular, but in the classic literal term of like hip hop rappers and writers, to be considered top of the top, you had to have done it yourself.
Yeah, but I don't also see him. I think because he has already long time ago transitioned into pop star and that stardom. I wouldn't even, his name wouldn't come up for me. Like, name your top rappers, like his name wouldn't come up.
Drake wouldn't. And and the one thing, and someone made a good point about this before.
Artist. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, artist, absolutely. He's the rap artist. He's a good rap artist.
And an artist in general, because also the singing too.
Yeah. But a point was made earlier this week, and it's really good. I can't consider Drake a top rapper because he's never given us an all rap album. So if we're to compare him to the Reasonable Doubts, the Illmatics,
You can't.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, no, you
you
can't.
would need to provide an all rap album.
Yeah, you couldn't. I don't really think he's comparable to Kendrick, even though they are the same generation. I don't think you can compare him to
Kendrick's
Kendrick.
put out rap albums where he's rapping.
Yeah, no,
now, you
he's
can have
a rapper.
Yeah, you can have a
Yeah.
female singer, male singer singing your hook, and you might sing a hook in there as well. But there's been no Drake album where he didn't give us an R&B track.
Yeah.
So they're there, and that's
it's
his bag.
All, yeah,
that's
and
what makes him him.
It's all gold. It's all Gucci. But to even like argue he's not a rapper because he didn't. He's not a rapper in general.
He's not.
He's not. So
He's surpassed that.
Like, why are we even? He didn't even start. I mean, he kind of started that way, but like he kind of didn't. Like it. I mean, his first like comeback, some rapping, there was singing.
Yeah.
And then
Room for Improvement.
Room for Improvement. Now, why do I keep saying comeback?
Comeback Season was another tape.
Oh yeah, it was after. But
Yeah.
Room for Improvement was first. Then the
So Far Gone.
So Far Gone. I always want to say Thank Me Later. I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up the times. But yeah, So Far Gone, he's singing. Like, I just don't understand where, like, I get it. He drops these freestyles. He does rap. But he does more than that. He's not a I mean, we could say he's a well-rounded artist, right? Yeah.
Versatile.
He's
is
versatile.
the best word to describe him.
Versatile. Because he's not well-rounded, because I'm still waiting. Like, we talked about the concept thing. That I would really like to see from him.
And he's the rapper who, when I see online, all these rappers want to be, in a sense, because they all want to say that they're versatile. They all want to say that they don't belong in a box, that they can do any type of song. But the only person who really exemplifies that and lives to that truthfully is Drake.
Yeah.
Drake can do a super pop record with Justin Bieber and then jump on and do a fucking bars track with Benny the Butcher. That's somebody that is diverse.
And then,
everybody else is not even on that level.
Sing with Omarion.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no other rapper right now that can do it
Omarion,
that way and make it as successful as he can.
Yeah, no, he's versatile. So I just don't understand. That's it, like, I mean, it's on footage, but like my face, I was like, fuck.
Like,
He's so, I don't like Flex. I never really liked him. So,
yeah, he's a
so when you sent me that video, I was like, God damn it, we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about him.
a quote unquote rapper is not supposed to break Billboard records and have more number ones than the Beatles. Like the way that hip hop is represented in the music industry, even though it's the most important genre and the most popular genre, a rap artist is not meant to break those types of records. You have to be a Drake-like artist that's going to transcend into different genres and work together with them. Yeah, exactly, which is why he's more than a fucking rapper.
Yeah, it's just how the market is set up. It's how the industry is set up. So it is what it is. And I honestly, it's just that whole thing. He's just so extra.
And even if he did give us, let me ask you this: if he gave us an album full of rap, just rap bars, like the women ain't gonna like it, there's nothing for them that they can pull off of, but this is strictly for like the hip hop crowd. One, do you think he even does it? Two, if he does do it, do you think he's thinking about everybody that said that, yo, you can't be considered a great if you don't make us a rap album? And the last question, do you also feel that he thinks this will kill the stigma, even though he's had the ghostwriting issues?
Wait, kill the stigma of the ghostwriter?
Kill the basically saying that he don't need the ghostwriter, but because he had one in the past, it's a permanent stain on his record. Do you think an all rap album that is considered like better than Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, could kill that?
That's not happening. So the first one, I would say yes and no, because I think he could do it. I also think he won't do it. Okay. Because, or not that he won't, but like I mean won't, and that type of can't. Because like you won't let yourself, so it's like I can't because I won't let myself. Yeah. In that sense, I don't see him doing that because it's so formulaic to him. Yeah. So it's everything is just. So I don't see that happening at all. Yeah. But I think he can do it. And then the second one, I forgot already.
Oh, second question. I forgot to ask for. I shouldn't have asked so many questions.
No, like I had my ansers, but then
I kept asking.
Then you deep dived into 3, and I was like, no, stop it. No, wait, I have answers. Fuck.
Either way, I was gonna forget the questions.
Damn it. So 1 was that, yes and no. 2.
Does he care?
Oh, does he?
Do you think he cares to make one? To make an all rap album?
Oh, I kind of answered that in 1.
Well, then that's cool.
So yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, no.
All right, and next one. If he gives us an all rap album, and it's better,
Oh,
or it's on level.
Right. So number 3, that would never happen.
But let's say he did, just for
Okay.
hypothetically.
Yeah.
If he made an all rap album,
What would that would kind of like, all right, no more talk with Quentin, no more Q names around me.
Like he just dropped a bar filled album that is on par with Illmatic, Reasonable Doubt, America's Most Wanted, like all our classic albums, Ready to Die, Machiavelli. If he dropped something like that,
you're saying all these things that don't belong in a sentence.
I know,
with
but
Drake,
that's why it's hypothetically. That's what's hypothetical. So let's say he did, with the past that he's had and all the allegations and shit.
Does it wipe it clean?
Does it wipe it clean?
Yeah.
You think so?
It wouldn't do it right away. I think there would be a lot of questioning. But there's no real way to prove it unless he does like a fucking documentary of the process, and still, even then, it'd be like, well, what happened off camera?
Yeah,
like
was he sent those lyrics?
Yeah, like I there's gonna be people that are still gonna do that.
They're gonna hate no matter what.
People saying there's no Bigfoot and it's proven, but no, there is a Bigfoot, or it's proven that we're linked to apes, and it's like, well, no, we're from Adam and Eve. Like it's one of those things. So, but I do what I was gonna say is, if he did that, would it consider him a rapper? I still say no. No, because that would be just the one project. Even if it was multiple, and even from like the rest of his life, he just did like the Bars album.
He'll lose fans.
Yeah,
he'll lose a lot of fans.
But it's like he's going against the grain. I think he would probably, like your body rejects something. Mm-hmm. I think he would just reject the album. I just don't think it'll be too forced. And on top of it, if you look at, even if it worked out and he's made up his mind and he does it amazingly and all that shit, and this is who he is now, I don't think it makes him a rapper just because the back catalog. Yeah. Because we're still talking about the gave a girl sign the blank mixtape shit.
Okay.
From Best I Ever Had. Like, we're still talking about that. We're still talking about like all this old shit. So I just don't, even 10, 20 years from now, if he still is making music, or if he's still just around in some capacity, like how Jay-Z is. I mean, they're not that far apart in age, but I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, an all Drake rap album, or an all rap Drake album at this point sounds like a passion project. Because the nigga is so much more than just raps. Yeah. It's melodies.
But I think that's why, like,
singing.
My answer to one was like, that type of can't, because he won't let himself do it. Like, I can't do it. Yeah. I think that's why, because he just, that would be a passion project, like you said. Yeah. But he just has a set way of doing things. I mean, each project is different, and they do kind of stand on their own, but at the same time, they're all the same. Yeah. They're all the same.
Some rap, some R&B. Mm-hmm. A couple hits in there, a couple radio joints. Yeah.
Yeah, some IG quotes, like, IG man, captions.
The IG captions game is serious.
And, Twitter quotes and shit like that. Like, it's
between him and Fab. That's how it always was for like the past 10, 15 years. Yeah. Oh my God.
I would always my aim was always like a Big Sean quote, or
an away message.
Or the away message was a Big Sean. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Big Sean, Kanye, Lloyd Banks. Yeah. So it was one of those. Yeah.
That was the Banks era. Yeah. How much time we got, by the way, on this segment?
Like 6 more.
Okay, 6 more. All right. You know what? Mm-hmm. Speaking of Drake shit, I gotta say something. I'm sure you'll agree with me here.
What?
A lot of you motherfuckers, I'm looking at the camera. You probably can't tell because I got these dark ass shades on. A lot of you motherfuckers are hypocrites, and let me let you know why. I remember a time when Drake was first starting to get hot, and motherfuckers did not respect anything he was doing because of the singing. He's like, yo, I'm not feeling this. He's doing all the singing and shit. Drake's corny as fuck, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, all you motherfuckers, if y'all like Drake, you guys are supporting a rapping ass nigga who uses auto-tune with a horrible singing voice, rapping mad fucking emo, and y'all at these motherfuckers shows in the background jumping and dancing and singing along with them, knowing both of y'all can't fucking sing. All y'all can't fucking sing. All these niggas is trying to fucking copy from Drake, and now it's just in a different fucking format. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, all you motherfuckers think you can fucking sing, and y'all thinking that's hot when just 5-7 years ago you were clowning this nigga for doing the exact same thing, but he does it with actual skill and talent. And then you fucking fuckity fucks want to go and do it your own fucking way, sounding terrible as shit over auto-tune, kill yourselves.
We don't have a pro rant thing. I just realized.
No, we don't. But that's how I fucking feel. It's you're fucking
time.
the hypocrisy of it is wild. So
Yeah.
many of these fucking rappers nowadays are just singing emo shit. Like literally emo shit, talking about how much you fucking struggled, how you had none of this, how you got fucking emotional problems. Get the fuck out of here. Drake was doing that the best out of everybody, and y'all fucking clowned this nigga. And now that it's fucking successful.
So you're talking to specifically the ones that clowned him but are now doing it / support the ones that are now doing it.
Yes. It's happening a lot.
Well, because it's proven to be successful. Because that was something new back then.
Yeah.
Where like
they shitted on it.
Cudi got clowned.
They shitted on it. But Cudi was known, to me at least, Cudi wasn't a rapper.
No.
I saw him like, all right, this is a dude that's just...
I honestly don't think Drake was a rapper in the beginning.
No, I didn't either. I could tell. But I was like, yo, if he want to rap, he can rap. That's dope. I liked it, but I'm like, I see where he's coming from. Yeah, because we kind of
saw his, like, we would see his freestyles first before
Video
music
Girl
came
song.
out.
I'm like, oh, this nigga does it all. And then when I see something like that, I'm like, why would you even want to keep rapping? I'd just fucking sing. If I had the voice, I'd sing to the girls all fucking time and make my money that way.
He's not like a singer.
But he could be. He could easily be the fucking...
What, like J-Lo style?
Nah, like the R&B superstar. Like he could be another Trey Songz. Like he could be...
Trey, first off, actually, that brings me to another topic. But Trey Songz sings way better than Drake. Way better.
Fair enough.
Which is kind of funny because he kind of brought Drake along.
But Drake is good enough that a trained singer will know that he's not good, but a regular ear will be like, oh, this guy can sing.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we go to these shows and the singer goes up and they're just like, oh, because we're also accustomed, like we know people who can sing.
Yeah.
So,
or singers that have a nice rapping flow. Yo, you can flow on a beat. The shit you saying isn't that great, but when you sing, you're fucking phenomenal. Yeah. Like, goes the same way.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
I just think that, like I said before, it was something that was new and odd for a lot of people back then. If they weren't open-minded, if it was just like, this is what it is and blah, blah, blah. Like, think how many people fucking hated Jay-Z.
Yeah, no, it's hypocrisy. But I just hope niggas will own up to it. You know, not that it matters, but it's like, you guys are basically, like, the new style music, like, it's all emotional. This is just, the only difference between that and Drake shit is the beat choice.
Yeah.
Because niggas are still, the beats are different, but niggas are still talking the same shit that Drake was talking.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now it's acceptable. Now it's okay to talk about your feelings when niggas like him, Cudi, Kanye was doing it back in 2009.
Because it's been proven to be successful.
Right.
Kanye's a little different because he kind of had his own, like, he got in there through producing for Hove. So he was able to, like, and then doing the shit for Cam and, you know, Dipset. So he was able to, like, he already had his foot in, so he could start actually rapping.
Yeah.
And then Drake, I mean, he kind of had his foot in, whatever. But I just think that it was just new, and nobody's gonna cop to it now. Everybody's doing a different style. A lot of these new people, if you think like Uzi, and I don't think I've actually heard a new Uzi song in a little while. I mean, I'm sure he's dropped
a couple, yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to him, but not that there's anything wrong with it. It's not my cup of tea, but they're seeing how these artists, not new, Uzi's not new, but like how these artists have followed. They took that chance and like, you know what, I fuck with it. You inspired me. You influenced me. Was something happen?
No.
Oh, okay. You influenced me, and I'm gonna continue doing this. So now the rappers that you were directing this to, the rant to,
yeah,
they're just like, oh, so this actually works.
Yeah. Because
somebody followed Drake and Cudi. And, you know, Kanye, well, Kanye is left out of this. But, like, somebody's following them. Multiple people followed them. It worked for them, too. All right, so let me give this a try.
Yeah.
Because people see it as hip-hop is changing, so they got to change with it. But hip-hop doesn't, like my brother said, history repeats itself.
Yeah, it's a circle.
Yeah. So that lyricism when Nas was saying hip-hop is dead, all of a sudden now we just have lyricists fucking popping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
but it's like, it was hard to deny. Like, people were just hating on Drake at the beginning. I'm like, how could you deny So Far Gone?
Gosh,
like,
so good.
Like, the nigga just was,
it does kind of,
was on one.
I don't think it, as much as I played that entire project when I first got it, I told you that story, right? That I heard it. So by the time everybody else got it,
oh, got you.
because my cousin was Lil Wayne's assistant.
Yeah. So you heard it a long time.
Yeah, so not that much longer, but I was just like, I thought it was hot shit. I'm like, I've been heard this shit. Oh, you just found out about him? You just found out about Jimmy? Please.
Wheelchair? Yeah.
You just knew you could do this?
The grassy? Yeah, I've been on it.
I've been on that shit, bitch. So anyway, but it was funny because I listened to it not too long ago. Oh no, like I have a Drake playlist with like all like my favorites and shit. And I had it on shuffle and a track from So Far Gone comes up and I'm like, I used to really love this song and now I just like it. Like I don't know, I would say I would be 50-50 on it if it stood the test of time. Wait, how do you say that? The cliche.
If it stands the test of time?
Yeah, test of time. Okay, yeah. Like I think maybe it's just me, my ears, because he's evolved so much. But like an old track came up and I was just like, I mean it's good, but I just like.
All right, final thoughts before we wrap up this segment.
Oh,
what are your favorite tracks off of that project? Mine are November, whatever that shit is. Lust for Life, and Houston Land in Vegas.
Lust for Life for sure. The Houston track for sure. There's another one. I don't remember. I know those two though were played a lot. I don't remember the full track list right now, but those two.
Yeah, I think those are the first two tracks.
The interlude.
Bria's?
Yeah, Bria's interlude. That was my shit.
That was good too.
Those three were played a lot. I like more so like his early work, but like his actual albums, like after So Far Gone.
Yeah.
Like when he hit it big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, check. Oh. We back.
So you mentioned, you mentioned Trey Songz, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, where did I get his name
about
from?
how Drake could have been like a Trey Songz type of artist.
Yeah. So I actually.
Excuse me.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure I have mine if you don't know.
Okay.
So I actually seen something. So you remember Madi, right? Madi
yes,
the Body?
Imani. Oh, Madi.
No,
I
not
Imani for a second.
No,
Madi the Body. Yes.
The other Joe affiliate.
Yes.
So Madi, I forgot I followed her on Twitter, and she, like, I'm going through it. She posted some shit. So I guess now she's working with Hip Hop DX.
Oh, nice.
And she has her own show. So I think it just started. I stopped listening to her pod because it kind of during quarantine it kind of lacked a little bit. But she has this new show. I think she said it's dropping Saturday. And it got hacked. I forgot the name of it, whatever. So her first episode, I guess Jim Jones is on it.
Okay.
I feel like it might be an interview series type thing. And it looks pretty cool. So the clip that she used to promote it is Jim Jones saying that he saved Trey Songz's career. Either saved or gave. Actually, I just edit out. I just fucking find it. I just realized I could just look for it.
Does that have to do with the Miami song? Summer in Miami?
I mean, that's what came in. I might as well just not edit out. That's what came to mind.
Yeah.
Because I had seen it. I didn't actually, like, listen. Oh, Madi, there you are. I didn't actually listen to it. I mean, like, listen to the clip. But it was just funny, the caption, like, the headline thing. And it was just, he did Summer in Miami. Like, come on. Like, I didn't really, like, know. Oh, yeah, how Jim Jones saved Trey Songz's career.
I'd have to check that out to see if that's even true. Because Trey Songz had been dropping hits himself. But maybe that got him back in the limelight.
I saw Trey at one of the Warner Music conventions when we was, like, in Bahamas or something.
He looks so cracked out.
And Kevin House, like, we about to cut this young man because we don't know what to do with him, and I was like, that nigga fire. It's too
Yeah, Hacked is a show, the name.
I definitely helped Trey Songz with his success in his very beginning stage. I kind of saved his career. He was actually on the chopping block at the label. I guess it was Atlantic at that time when I was working on Warner Music Group, and saw Trey at one of the Warner Music conventions when we was, like, in Bahamas or something, and remember Kevin Lyles, like, we about to cut this young man because we don't know what to do with him, and I was like, that nigga fire. You don't need to cut him. You need to invest in him, put some steam behind him. Man. Now look, Kevin Lyles ended up managing him, so saw Trey at one of
That's wild. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, this would be after the Damn it. Gotta go. There you go.
Okay.
Like, what am I saying get for? So this was after, because they're like, yeah, this had to be after. Or maybe, no, it would have to be after, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Trey first came out, had the braids and stuff, and the songs he was singing were like kind of inspirational. He wasn't into that club type vibe yet that all the other R&B artists were doing at the time.
Because Gotta Go, like that. I don't feel like that's not the name of the album, is it? I know the song.
No, but I remember the single, like where he's like in some like work clothes. He's got the braids. He's singing like.
Oh yeah, that's in the album.
That's like the struggle come up type of vibe.
Yeah, and then because the major one was the girl, like, you know, he had a few chick songs, but like he also had the inspirational shit. And then you also see like as his career progressed, there was always like that one. Some of the projects, there's that one inspirational track, like he'll kind of sneak it in there. And you could tell he's a church boy. But I just thought it was interesting. Like, I had seen it, and I'm just like, Jim Jones says he helped save Trey Songz's career early on. Yeah, that's for sure. Like, I agreed on that.
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I didn't know the story about him being on the chopping block over in Atlantic. You know.
No, that I didn't know. Yeah. But I didn't. And after the Gotta Go, like that album, you just all of a sudden it was like, where did he go? Oh, now he's featuring on Dipset songs and Jim Jones songs. Oh, okay, now here he is, and then
bring him back.
And like the way that the managing it, I didn't know that part. I just thought like he was like an affiliate, like he replaced the other singers that they always had on. Yeah. All their shit, like the chick from My Diary, and just like disappeared out of thin fucking air.
That's interesting.
But I thought it was just a cool thing. So
yeah. No, all right. Well, lucky fan.
That's it.
Lucky fan. Okay, moving on. We get right to the shits.
Oh. Did you hear Griselda or no? I
did not hear it yet. I was going to hear it this weekend. The Conflicted soundtrack.
God damn it.
Because I wanted to see the film first and then hear the soundtrack.
Yeah, I was also kind of partially why, like, I got to, like, track 3. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just see the movie. Yeah. And also coincided the fact that I just wanted to come back to my bed.
That too. I can understand that completely.
Should I talk about Jasmine Sullivan?
Real quick? Yeah, absolutely. Hotels?
Right. Should I just wait till next music?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
All
okay.
Right.
Shit, I just lost my track, though.
All right, so let's get into it. All right, man, so without further ado, let's get into it. My favorite segment, Sade's favorite segment, Yo Mama's favorite segment, also known as...
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Yes, sir. That was done perfect this week. That was great. That was on point.
I lost my if you don't know, so I was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it was a little, or maybe a half second off, but still.
Like a half second off, yeah.
This is the segment where we give you a little taste of what's going on in Jersey, outside of Jersey, that we feel that you need to get in tune with music-wise. So Sade and I will pick out a certain artist, whether it be hip-hop, whether it be R&B, whether it be poetry, whatever. It don't matter. And we just shed a little light on them. And as always, we want to remind y'all we do not own any of the rights to this music.
Not at all.
We are simply just showing love, getting a little exposure to people whose music we rock with. All right, so I will go first. First up, what is your apple? Here we go. First up comes from my man, fellow horseman, Young Pestilence. Sorry, I came out loud right there.
Yeah, like right on the mic now. Sorry, I had the volume up because you were away.
Goes by the name The Bowtie Killer, Solemn. And yeah, man. So he put out a project recently, Winter Came 3, featuring your boy. I'm on one of the tracks. First one, Intimidation.
Yep.
Shout out to Ron. And I wanted to play another track off this one, which I really like. It's called Nightmares.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, this is available on all streaming platforms. It's only a 3-pack right now, so it's got Intimidation featuring me, Nightmares, and Selfish. I'll be playing Nightmares off of Winter Came 3 from Ron Solemn. Let's get into that right now.
Let's change the topic. Corpus colossum. I get scared, mama, but you know I'm the mama. My life is like a time loop. Death is not the scariest dimension. If I black out, at least there's no retention or commitment to be wary of how life is so nefarious. While you being a little bitch, kid. Grown-ups, they don't fear shit. They just go and get lit, or they get lifted. I just get bedridden. I got so much paralysis. Still gotta let it go like fuck the analysis. My can't find your balance yet. No wonder women leaving you with all your fucking challenges. You never ever seem to grow, you don't embrace your past. About these nightmares anymore. I rest in my sleep, then I wake up for more. I can't worry about these nightmares anymore. I can't. If I try to release, will I drop to the floor? I can't worry about these nightmares anymore. Giving up the fight feels like losing my soul. I can't worry about these nightmares anymore. I can't. If I didn't have a problem, would my life be too hard? I can't worry about them. Can't worry about these nightmares.
That was Nightmares by Ron Solemn off his Winter Came 3 project, which is now available on all DSPs, featuring your boy Kid Pro on the first track called Intimidation. We killed that motherfucker. But because this is, if you don't know and y'all know me, I was going to play that song. But Selfish. Yes, Selfish. Oh, excuse me, Nightmares, and another song on there, Selfish as well. It's dope also. But yeah, Ron Solemn, Nightmares, Winter Came 3. Go check that out. Sade, who you got?
All right, so I came across this. What was I going to say?
I love how you always start with, I came across.
That's usually how I find these people. I'm trying to remember. I think this might have been Famco, where somebody had posted them. I have no idea where this guy is from.
Those are the three things that I love. Every time you came across, you don't know where you found them, and you can't pronounce her name. Yeah, it's always those three things, yo.
Because I can't pronounce her name, so I was about to ask you because I'm pretty sure. Don't make me laugh because I really have to pee. Shut up. I really have to pee.
Right.
Leave me alone.
You want to pause and then go pee and come back?
No, it's fine. Right. I just gotta get their music back up.
The power of editing it.
No, it's cool.
Okay.
So, all right. So damn, where is it? Okay, there it is. So, I came across this person, and pretty sure. Oh no, yeah. I think it's Junuer.
Oh my god.
But it's spelled
JR?
differently. No, it's here. Let me show you. He's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah. No, he's Puerto Rican and it's Junior.
It is Junior, right?
Oh.
Okay. So bitch got it right.
I'm gonna just assume that it's Junior. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans are just straight up named Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dominicans usually do it with the Y. So.
What? Spell it with the Y.
It would be Junior, but it's not spelled
like Junyer.
It'd be YU. Yeah, I went to middle school. After that, he like moved or some shit. But anyway. I'd be like, Junya.
Don't nobody have more creative names than Dominicans and black people. That's for damn sure, yo. And I'm talking about creative.
And that's what, and Dominicans be debating. Neglecting the fact that they are black.
True. That's another story for another time.
But so this is Junior with Plot Thickens. I seen he had an actual video for it. Well, what I seen, like the person had put, the Culture Hip Hop, actually. That's where I got it from.
Gotcha.
So they had posted about it, and it looks like it might have not maybe an official video, but I'm just going to play the actual song. It's available everywhere.
All right.
Switch from half court. I told Shorty leave a man's in the back court. Ayy, and I don't shake hands, I'm a bad sport. I got 150 stamps in the passport. We can go to France for a week like we bonjour. Or we can tan our cheeks on the Fiji shore. Call me Dan, I'm the man with the plan. Spent a couple years kicking it with Uncle Sam. But he ain't really like all the sipping and partying I was doing. But fuck it, man, I can what I can. So we shook hands, parted ways. I went and made a couple bands. Getting tan in the land of the sand. Ducking from the Taliban out in Afghanistan. They was doing weird shit, they was yelling praise him. I wasn't trying to hear it, I left it here again. And niggas over here think they really on some real shit. But on some real shit, listen to me, man. I've been through some real shit, and it's on some real shit. And that's why you'll never see me flexing on the gram. Never claim to be the realest, but on some real shit. Really real is what I really am. Real shit, I'm hoodie mellow, I'm Barney Angelo off the wall, Joe Pesci, I'm one of the good fellows. I'm making plays Shakespeare, Othello this year. No tears, only chuckles and billows. You boys sleeping, get your head up off the pillow. You boys weirdos, keep your enemy close. I'm fresh, could've found a jet in the willow. Whenever I'm in the city, I'm in the
kitty like hello. Like different posts tagged in different places.
Oh,
I'm really feeling like it's my motherfucking time.
So I don't know.
He sounds East Coast to me.
But most of them, I'm getting like there's like 2 in
Look, when I'm with
Colorado,
Madison,
like
I
3
in
in
the garden.
Texas.
She wanna
This
give me
video
a daughter. I
was
told her,
tagged in
relax,
Texas.
shorty, relax, shorty. Let me tell you the backstory about the last one.
Alright, so that was... Oh, sorry, I also got mixed up with the video.
Plot thickens from Junuer.
Yeah, from Junuer. Shout out to him,
That's what's
wherever
up, man.
you are from. That shit was fun.
Shout out to Junuer. That was dope.
Yeah, and
As
that is
always,
all I have.
just want to remind y'all, we do not own the rights to any of this music that we just played. We are simply showing love, giving y'all a little bit of exposure because we heard y'all's song and we fuck with it.
Yeah.
As always, we don't really take requests for these things. It's just music that we hear along the week and we just feel it's hot and we don't mind putting it on, on the show.
Yeah.
So don't come with us for requests for being on this shit unless, I don't know, we'll figure it out. If you play us some new shit and we like it, we'll throw it on.
Yeah, because it's not that I even mind that people send us music. It's just...
We'd rather not force it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you send it to me, I might like it, but I also, have, if you don't know, stacked.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of miss doing the two, because they get so... I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot, like Raquel.
Yeah. And I like stumbling upon the music and then liking it and then doing it instead of just someone sending it to me.
Yeah, because usually I'll save... I think this one I probably found more recent, but I have so many others saved from, finding them. Yeah. And then just, okay, I'm going to get back to it eventually, or I'll catch up and, hear what else they have new or some shit.
Right.
So if you send me something... I know there is somebody who emailed that actually did like it, and I was going to play it, but then I found that somewhere. So I'll probably save that for next week, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're always saved. We always keep you in mind, but we only do one pick each week, so we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah. That's what it is. And that was our If You Don't Know segment. Can you play that again?
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Playlist available on Apple and Spotify, updated each and every Friday.
That's
along with the podcast drop.
That's what it is, man. Episode 71.
Drop.
This was a good episode. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't any quiet points. We had a lot to get to, a lot to talk over, especially the KidNova stuff. Mm-hmm. And once again, fucking proud of you.
Proud of you?
Yeah, you fucking did awesome.
Oh.
We gotta get that sushi. The sushi date is still on.
Yeah, no, we do.
Sushi date is still on.
And the sushi spot, that's bomb. Well, the best ones are at BYOB, so we definitely have to get some Tommy. Or we could just do halfway with them. I don't know if there's good sushi down there, though.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll figure it out.
There's always a spot. I told you before. There's always a spot by me. It's like a farmer's market, and they cut the sushi up there fresh. Yeah. To me, it's dope. I don't know how your taste is with sushi, but I could always stop there beforehand and bring it to you.
As long as it's fresh.
What's the thing? From there, it's like a 40-minute drive to your house. So it's and I can't keep it cool.
It's not fresh.
I know, exactly. So that's the problem. That's the only issue.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Other than that, it's fucking phenomenal. It tastes great.
Yeah. Like the spots we used to go to, it's like the all-you-can-eat with the sheet of paper, and you just pick how much.
COVID killed all-you-can-eat shit at buffets.
No, it's not. So, yeah, the all-you-can-eat thing sounds weird. Like, when we first were going to it, I'm like, the sushi? That's fucking weird. No, it's not a buffet. Okay. In that sense, it's literally you get a piece of paper. You have to wait for it to be made. Okay. So it takes a while for it to be made. Yeah. Because they're literally like they get the piece of paper and then you see them with the stacks of paper just lined up like it's a diner. Yeah. And you see them rolling it and then it gets sent out. So you literally have to wait for everything to be made fresh.
That was kind of those things like I went to the what do you call it? Man, we forget a lot of shit on here when we're on the mic. Yeah. When you go to those Portuguese and Brazilian restaurants and they give you just those meats.
Oh no, yeah, those bin.
What is this shit called? I know, it's killing me.
I don't know. I know there's the bomb ones in Newark that are probably
that's the one I've been
still
to.
Open.
In the Ironbound side.
Yeah. So the one you're talking. So I've only been to one.
Rodizio. In your face.
So like I went to one in we went to one actually in Brooklyn that didn't have that, but it was bomb as fuck. The best Brazilian food I've ever had. And then somebody tried to argue with me. They were like, go to Newark, because there's two. They're like close. Yep. One Lafayette, one I forgot where the other one is. Because I've been in that area. I've been outside, but just ended up doing something else. And I still have yet. But I mean, they're probably still open, even though they're not supposed to be open.
Hell yeah, they probably
because they give no fucks.
They give no fucks. But I remember.
Well, that's why Newark had to fucking close down.
I went to one in Philly, and it's like I didn't know that we had to like signal for them to stop giving us shit.
Oh, so it's just like
niggas kept coming around giving me more meat. I'm like, bro, no, I'm tired. He's like,
yeah,
not until you put your thing. And they didn't speak English, so it's not until you put up your thing or you put a colored thing on the plate
Uh-huh.
I ate so much that fucking night.
Yeah.
And it was my boy's bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we went to a strip club. It was just...
Oh, no.
I know. It was... I think I told the strip club story before, but I didn't tell about, us going to the dinner.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how much it was going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we had some rich niggas with us. Because I was not about to pay all that. Nigga, I thought it was a $30 plate. That's all you can eat.
Yeah, no.
Nigga, that ended up in the hundreds.
Yeah. That's
Separate.
why they what was it? They try to get you with that. That's why you literally have to say when to stop. That I've heard. People already warned me about that.
Oh my God. It was the worst. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know I ate more than $30 worth of shit, but I was under the impression it was $30 per person.
Yeah, like buffet style. Like you just pay for it.
And the niggas, like I think the dudes there, because it was a bachelor party, like we ordered 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
Like his boys did, and we all had it. So I drank like 2 cups of wine. Didn't know how expensive that was, and then I see the bill, and I'm like, yo, this was not expected. I'm like, I'm still going to a strip club after this. What are we doing?
Yeah, what was it? Because the spot in Brooklyn was on the corner. I remember it had like a whole shack feel, like you're literally in Brazil, like in the Amazon type shit.
Oh, nice.
It was so fucking dope. The drinks were like insanely fucking strong. I mean, it was expensive, but it wasn't. It was like Brooklyn expensive. It wasn't like that. So it's funny. So my friend, my friend who was arguing with me about it, he had his sister had lived in Queens. So Mother's Day, they were like, "Oh, let's go to this Brooklyn spot." The weekend after, the next time I seen him, this motherfucker tries to be like, "Hey, so you should really go to." He tried to flip that shit on me. He's like, "You should really go to this Brazilian spot that I just went to in Brooklyn." I'm like, "The one I told you about." Mind you, he's Brazilian. So he's like, "What the fuck do you know?" Like he's trolling me.
I hate that.
He's trolling me. This was my GM at the time, my boss at the time. Like me and him were really close. So I'm like, "Yo, fuck you." He's like, "Yeah, you try to get me to go to some ironbound shit, man. This was authentic. This was fucking good." I'm like, all that shit.
If you want authentic, go to Brazil, nigga.
Mind you, this is the beginning of the shift. I had just walked in, and then as he's leaving to go home and like I was closing, as he's leaving, he was like, "By the way, thank you for the recommendation." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Nigga.
I was like, "Fuck you." He was like, "Oh, just make sure the restaurant's clean. That's it," and then left me.
Oh wow, what a douche.
Yeah, no, that was our relationship. But I miss him. He was the shit. He really was. He's the one that had the ex-wife that I used to make the pot cookies for.
Got you.
Yeah,
I remember now.
Cool as shit. All right, so I'm good on this. It's a rant.
Okay. Just want to remind y'all, as always, you can check us out on Apple, Audio Mac, Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. We are on iHeartRadio as well.
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube will have if you don't know clips,
Mm-hmm.
it'll have regular clips of the show. And what else am I missing on the YouTube? And just the full episodes.
And full episodes. We are a little bit behind because of KidNova stuff.
Yeah.
Every YouTube is updated besides last episode's video that will just never see the light of day. Even though I spent fucking days working on that.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, I've tried. I literally did the whole thing as a new compound clip and still nothing.
Still nothing.
That's but I had to like chop it up so much that it's saying the frames, whatever. So it's a goner. It's a goner. That was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But the audio's still there.
Yeah.
So
go check that out everywhere. I heard all that.
But as you already know, make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, give us the 5-star ratings, keep us hot out on these podcast streets. This has been episode 71. We don't have a title yet.
Oh shit, we don't.
We'll think of something.
Yeah.
I think the picture should be Funk Flex though. I think it should be just
Gaga. Okay, that's fine.
And then we'll think of that shit. Oh, you know what? Palindrome.
Oh yeah, so we did find out the word.
Palindrome
is palindrome. I was too scared to. I scared myself. I psyched myself out. I kept thinking anadrome.
Like analdrome?
No, not anal.
Like
not
analogy?
Anal. No, literally like palindrome without the P.
Yeah, acronym.
But like anagram, but anadrome. That's what I kept picturing in my head. I'm like, I know that's not a word, and I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say this because I know it's. I was like, I know it's not anagram, but why do I keep thinking anadrome? So I'm like, maybe I'm trying to think of anagram. I'm like, it's not an anagram though. So anyway, so what a word like wow, mom, palindrome.
Tenet.
I think I'm really gonna drink a Red Bull and watch that shit.
Yeah, try it out.
I can't even edit and watch that.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm
stuck to TV.
gonna finish my Chinese. I'm going to sleep. This episode is probably gonna be a little late.
That's fine.
And yeah, that's it.
Fine. Y'all gotta respect Sade. All the work she does, it's okay if she's a couple hours late.
Did you watch that video?
Which one?
The one I sent.
The updated one? No,
yeah.
Not yet.
Oh God, can you please watch it? I just want to make sure like this is done and over with.
Okay.
I don't want to hear 11 a.m.
Anymore.
or 11 p.m.
Yeah, I know.
Anymore.
I know. It's. I feel bad.
When I listen to the album,
the next one I'm just gonna
skip it.
The next one I'm just gonna edit it. I'll do the editing.
No, I don't. I like doing it.
Or we'll have someone else help us as well too.
Why?
To take the workload off you.
But I like it.
Okay.
I'm a little,
all right,
a little bit of a masochist. I like the work.
You're right.
It's just.
I should have realized that by now.
But this is also new for me, so I'm assuming once we get. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Well, because I also, and I should have helped more because I have experience editing in Final Cut, so I could have made your job a lot easier had I been here more.
Yeah, but like the little tips that you were showing me and like the videos, they helped a lot.
Yeah.
So I think from this I learned a lot. So I would definitely want to take a stab at because compared to the first draft, the first final draft compared to like this final draft, the differences.
Oh yeah, and by the time we get to video number 4 or 5, there's gonna be second nature to you.
Yeah.
And you'll have all this shit down, and you'll know what looks good. You won't have to ask me like. Well, I mean, you still might.
No, I'm still going to run it by you.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent it to my brother, and he was like, wait, did Pro see this? Because he thought he had, like, the exclusive. I'm like, no. Well, I thought you saw it. I was like, no,
so
Pro
technically
saw it.
He does have the exclusive.
Yeah.
Technically. Yeah.
And Velvet, too.
That's what's up.
I was like, do you guys want to see what I just did?
I love randomly talking to Velvet and making fun of you.
Oh, God.
We do that.
Of course you guys fucking do.
We do that. Because she was showing off. She was doing some big baller shit, too. This past week, I was like, yo, you and your sister got to chill out. I was like, y'all having too much fun out here.
Wait, what big baller shit did she do?
You drop a feature, and then you out here doing this shit. You getting escorted in coke white Benzes. Like, chill out. Like, relax, relax.
No, I hit her up when I told her about what Shake said, just like I told you.
Yeah.
And I sent her, I sent you the Robert Downey one, but I sent her the one Nicki Minaj is like acting like she don't want the paparazzi, but then she smiles. She's like,
yeah.
that one. And she was like, I hate you. Yeah. She's like, but you are a celebrity. I'm like, I feel like a celebrity. People are noticing me.
Yeah, people are noticing your voice and everything. They want to know what you're about. Everybody loves that. What? Every time that they've heard that song, that's a highlight of the song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, it just came, because I was telling him, like, it wouldn't be, I was nervous about it. I would do more, like, the voice acting thing, like the notes, I guess, whatever. The skits there. I would do more skits for other albums. I have no problem doing it. I just never thought I had the voice for it. But that one came easy because you literally just told me to talk shit.
And that's why
that's what I do.
So when I heard, I was like, I know I'm going to get something like that. And I did. And it was great. I don't even know how many takes it took you, but it was perfect.
That was the second one. The first take, I was like, shit, never mind.
That's all right. 2-take
like
Tanya.
Yeah.
You good? 2-take Tammy? All right, man.
God, not Tammy.
For my co-host, 2-take Tinashe, or Tina. 2-take Tina?
Oh, I know it's Tinashe. Sorry, what?
Yeah, so for 2-take Tina, I'm your host, Kid Pro.
I'm Sade.
This has been episode 71. We'll catch y'all next week. As always, remember, stay safe, wash your hands, wash your ass, clean your mask.
2-take Tina.
2-take Tina. All right, 2-take Tina. That's it. There we go. 2-take Tina. I like 2-take Tina.
Okay.
2-take day?
No, 2-take Tina.
Double take day?
So stupid. All right, there we go.
All right, man. We'll catch y'all next week. It's the gang. Peace.